Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to our channel. Today's an exciting night. We have special guests. We have Eric and Tanya from VPCustoms. If you haven't seen any of their content yet, I strongly suggest you go out and see it. They are hilarious. I'm going to bring them right in. Before I do, I got to thank our sponsors of Yankee Harley Davidson, Cape Cod Harley Davidson, and John Heyman from the Heyman Law Firm. And everybody in the side chat, hello and welcome. Without further ado, let's bring in Eric and Tanya. What's up, guys?
What's up,
guys?
Doc?
Cheers.
Solo Cup.
What's up, Doc?
How are
What's up,
you?
man? Hey, welcome to my hijinks and madness of a channel here.
Yes.
for having us.
Cheers to you.
Yeah. Right. Hey, we have royalty. Bride the Biker is here. You know,
Oh,
Evil
very
Rick's
nice.
here, 1903 is here, Corey's
Oh,
here,
awesome.
Evil Rick, Big James, FTW, WYT,
Yep. Smalls, he's a good dude.
Yep. Dallas from Middle Tennessee Concrete, PA Biker 65,
Nice.
RBW, Zero CT Rider. My wife's here, Mel Chop.
Welcome.
Oh, wifey. Hi, wifey.
Yeah. She doesn't like getting on camera.
That's okay.
Neither did Tanya in the beginning.
Me.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was the other way around.
So we're going to get right into this. I
Yeah.
usually get this going for an hour long with you guys. You're more than welcome to stay longer. I know you got a little one to get home to,
Yeah, two of them.
and a big fluffy cat.
And a big fluffy cat, Mochi.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have two cats here, my wife and I, and one of them's a Seal Point Himalayan.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Nice.
Yeah,
Close
and
to
the other
what
one
Mochi is, the long
is
haired.
the
Yeah.
Maine Coon. So we got a lot of fur.
Lots of fur.
So you guys, why did you start your YouTube channel?
So, honestly, it was more of me, and I was always doing these stuff to my bikes anyway. So we figured.
Why don't we tell them the truth?
What do you mean?
So he wanted me to start a channel doing nails.
Yes, she originally did first, actually.
So I did start one, and with the kids at home, my youngest was really, really small. I think at the time he was only like 3 or 4 months old, if that. And it was really hard to get it done. And I think that sparked him to see that I couldn't do it. I couldn't handle the timing and getting the recording done and the editing. And then, you know, with the kids, taking care of them. So he kind of ended up jumping in and started doing the detailing thing.
Detailing on my own. And then it came out that I had her drive my Camaro. That was the first video that I had her come in with me. And it seemed like people really enjoyed the dynamic of having it together. And that's how it rolled in.
Yeah. Well, Matthew says, hi, Eric, big fan.
My buddy Matt, he's a good dude.
Hi, Matt.
So, I mean, everybody's coming out of woodwork. Slim Jim's here. Hello.
Yeah, we promote heavily for you.
Yeah, I'm really digging your project bike you got going on now, that 13 Road Glide. I'm really digging it.
It's actually an 05. It's actually 2005.
No 5? Wow.
2005.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I
Yeah.
am digging it though. You know, I like all the parts you're putting on it so far, from your suspension to boards to everything. What made you decide on that as that project to do? Because you talked about bringing in another project bike and trying to find one.
You know,
and
I'm 6'2".
I'm sorry, I lost you.
Oh.
We're losing something.
That's okay. We're here. I wanted a bagger because I'm 6'2". I'm such a big guy that we started looking for one, and my father actually found it on Craigslist, and I jumped on it. It was in Connecticut, probably up in your neck of the woods.
Oh, really?
So I was there that night to pick it up with a trailer, and I picked it up for cheap. I couldn't deny it.
Yeah.
We just went to town.
It was a really good price for sure. And it was a good find. Actually, his dad is the one that found it for us. So yeah.
Good.
Oh, right on. That right. And you have a partnership with, what's the name of the company you get all your parts from?
So we work really closely with Deadbeat Customs. They're a great company. They support us a lot. Also, we work really closely with Eagle Lights. We're the ambassadors for them, and 1903 Spray Wax. We've started working with a lot of really good companies. We just have a new partnership with Memphis Shades now. And also FTW. FTW is a really good clothing line that everybody needs to check out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right on.
So we're trying to surround ourselves with good people.
Yeah. Yeah. You know,
supporting the small businesses is really
right on. And,
sorry, we started talking at the same time.
She's good at that.
That's okay.
I'm so good at that. I love talking over people.
So Tanya, you do most of the wrenching.
Purpose. Sorry, I didn't hear you.
You do most of the wrenching.
You
correct?
cut out.
Yeah, you do most of the wrenching. Is that
no,
correct?
I do. Yes. Now I do. Yes.
We found that people don't really want to see me do the wrenching, so we gotta have her do it.
Which is good because then I'm learning more when I'm doing it. Kind of like hands-on, you know. And I'm definitely a hands-on learner, so that's
right on.
It works for me.
Yeah.
Nice. So even the process came in. Hello, process. I don't know if you guys seen any of his content yet. The process.
Not yet, no.
He's a great musician and artist, and I enjoy his content.
Awesome. We'll have to check him out.
But
nice.
What's coming up next for you guys as far as your date nights are in the garage, right?
Yeah, for now, yes.
Our Friday nights, yep. So we had a lot. We in the beginning we had a lot of comments about me
Lefty,
not Lefty Lucy Ray Destiny, yeah. So a lot of comments to myself about how I can't put the drink down, but people didn't realize that was our night out basically on the town together. So that was our way of kind of having a good time while working on motorcycles.
Yeah.
So
yeah, she's not really a lush, I promise.
Guys, no. He'll be drinking during the week and I'm like, no, I'm good.
No, don't say that about me.
Just kidding. No, but yeah, it's our way of enjoying our time, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
we'll be bringing the other bikes back onto the channel again very shortly now.
Yeah, so
that would be her bike.
We're taking a break from the Dinah.
Her bikes will be coming back out, and the Dinah is going to be coming back out too. We have a 97 lowrider that's coming back on the channel as well.
Yeah, nice. So we're gonna do a video on the Dinah coming up, and then also we have a few things that we have for my bike that I can't wait to do.
Yeah,
so my bike will be coming back, the 07 Night Train. And I don't think you have anything in the works for your bike yet for this coming season.
My 01 Night Train is sitting stagnant for a little while. That's okay.
It's all right.
So
he's done so much to it. It's like he's at that point where like he would just have to start repeating the things he's already modified and change it. So unless it's engine work.
Start a whole new project bike.
Yeah.
Yes.
We said that too. She may need a bagger now too.
I might need my own because we're in very different directions on how we wanted this road glide to go. So
now there was a big debate over 2-in-1 or 2-in-2.
Yeah.
There still is.
Still a debate. That's why there's no exhaust on it right now.
I'm big for performance. I'm big into the 2-in-1 for performance.
Yeah, well, there's another one.
There's another one.
For the OCD, the 2-in-2 is always good too.
So here's my defense is that the bags aren't cut. They're not the notched bag. So you won't see anything out. So it gives you symmetry.
Right.
See, if I get a mid-length 2-in-1.
Until you're looking at one side.
2-in-1 to be done.
Oh, Gary. See, and I tell everybody they're not helping his cause by jumping in.
There's Brian.
Well, Brian V asked early on at like noontime today.
He did.
Ask you guys, will you do a 2-in-1 exhaust on a glide?
That would be Brian. Thanks, Brian. Thanks, Brian guy.
That was at 12:46 this afternoon.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. You're not lying, huh?
No, he's not. First comment. I love it.
He also said,
so I don't know.
He also thinks it needs a turbo.
Turbo, fine. I'm down with the turbo. Let's do the turbo. Sure.
My little
I told him
Go ahead.
I told him if he wants to do the cams, then he can have his 2-1, because at this point, I feel like I feel like the 2-1 is really not going to make that much of a difference in horsepower. Like, I feel like it's not going to really be that noticeable. And for now, either keep what we have. We can even just powder coat them for now. Black them out. Remember who goes to sleep first.
Yeah.
So yeah, we love you. We love you too, Bri. So yeah, he's slowly breaking me down. I've actually ventured out and looking into the different 2-1s that I might like. So, but there's this part of me. Thank you. Duels, yes. There's still a part of me that wants those duels. Unfortunately, if I had known the direction he was going in with this bike, which I did not know from the beginning, that it was going to be going in the performance direction,
it has to.
That I probably would have had a bigger say in the way beginning of how this was going to go. Yep. So
yeah, there you go. No Thanks, Smalls. Thanks, Smalls.
Whatever. It's the trend now. That's the problem. Like, this is the trend now. This 2-1, it's the trend. It's what you do. And
that's right. Loud pipes save lives.
Hey, listen, I'm all for loud pipes. Do you hear my bike?
Yeah,
we took the baffles out of my bike, so they're loud.
You can't hear our bike.
No, you definitely can't. And I love
saw that video too. But the bike behind
that was one of our first ones.
That currently has a 114 with a stage 2.
Oof.
That's a beautiful bike, man.
And that motor's coming out, and there's nothing wrong with it.
Oh wow! Yeah, you're putting a 131 in that, right?
Yep, I'm picking up my 131 crate motor on Saturday, and then I will be putting it on the operating table because I need to transplant some newer parts and get rid of some screen parts to make it over 150 horse. Right now, I've got chain drive conversion.
That's power, man.
Brake upgrade. Yeah. It's going to be something fun. You guys are upstate New York, right?
Yes,
we are.
Nice. Mm-hmm. Are you going to?
Not very upstate.
We usually do go. This year is going to be a little bit of a struggle because the little kids.
It's been hard to do the getaways.
You may see me at Laconia solo.
I'm going to be up at Americade.
Or together.
I'm going to be at Americade on the 2nd, just for that Friday.
Oh, cool.
And
I know it does, Brian.
Then we're going to be at Laconia on the 11th. Well, the 11th we're going to be in Lincoln, New Hampshire, but the 12th we're going to be in Laconia, and the 13th we're going to be in Laconia as well. So hopefully I could run into you guys.
Yeah,
I'd love to meet you. You know,
definitely.
Trying to get caught up on all these. 131 way to go. Yep. Absolutely.
There you go.
HD Traveler. I don't know if you guys ever met HDAV Traveler's out of Texas. He's a good dude. I
don't think we have yet. No.
I was on a phone chat with him earlier tonight. Corey, with the fastest cam made. Yeah, it's a big cam. Let's see what else. Okay, I think we're caught up here. I think. Wait, here we go. You guys.
these are just some of our buddies, breaking balls here.
That's awesome.
When we first started the channel, somebody said, "Oh, you can detail my Civic." I was like, I don't think people want to see that.
That's awesome. So you guys got the Camaro, right?
Yes. Yeah.
That's a sweet looking car. That's Tanya's, right?
Thank you. It's a numbered car. Yeah, that's Tanya's. Sure.
It's all mine, really.
It's all really
hers. All really mine.
You got now
it's an SLP.
Bike.
We have 5 bikes.
5 bikes. The dirt. I was going to say, got the dirt bike too.
How many dirt bikes? We got dirt bikes too.
Yeah. Well, we have 4 Harleys, and we still have my original Yamaha R6 that I bought when I was 18. I never got rid of it.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Wow.
That was my first sport bike. I bought it in July of 2005. I never sold it.
What got you into riding motorcycles?
I've been riding since I was
young,
8 maybe. My dad rode his whole life as well, so I was born into it. There was no getting away from it.
Well, see,
happy wife, happy life.
No, see, I argue with that because I don't believe in that. I believe in happy
Really?
spouse, happy house.
I mean,
happy spouse, happy house. Okay, I like that too.
All right, I can get with that.
Even the missus likes that.
Yeah,
it's good.
I think there's you got to have your compromise. You got to have the. Unfortunately, Eric's gotten his way with everything with this bike. There was no compromise.
Well, when you're working with companies, sometimes they want to see certain things, so we make things happen.
Oh yeah, you have to. Now,
yes.
What is the biggest plan for this project bike? When is done?
When is done? I don't know. For now, this season.
When it's done with any of the bikes. I mean,
that's usually when I sell them.
We're gonna finish it up as. Yeah, I don't sell anything. That's my problem. So, and when this thing is done, I don't know. For this season, we're probably gonna leave the motor alone, and then
keep that for
next winter. I'll probably tear into that. I'd love to do like a 98 kit with a nice cam and with cams in it and nice tuner, like a Thunder Max tuner on it and stuff, and make it, really slap.
Now, I've been hearing some rumors that the tuners will be going away soon. I'm not
really
sure how valid these rumors are, but with the way things are going with the EPA, if you wanted to buy a tuner, I would say buy it now and hold on to it.
Okay.
That's just the grumblings I've been hearing on all the forums and discords and all that there's a possibility the EPA is going to outlaw any aftermarket tuner.
I won't believe it.
I wouldn't be surprised. Like they've done with the loud pipes and stuff. So
we got Frank Costanza lines coming up on here.
Yeah. See, he's heard the same thing.
I heard the same. So Smalls has heard the same. That's crazy. There's always a way around everything. That's what I like to say.
Yeah.
There is.
The Camaro passes EPA too.
Yeah. The government's got to get in there.
Everything.
Yeah. Now, how does that work?
You want to know what we did for our exhaust?
They may have seen the video for our exhaust. We just I have stock pipes that I put back on everything just to pass inspection, and they come right back off again.
Threw my baffles in. It's a pain in the ass, but I mean, you got to do what you have to do, right?
Exactly.
Huh?
That's one of the nice things in Connecticut as of right now. They don't inspect motorcycles, so.
Oh, nice. Very good.
Oh, that's so good.
That helps.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yes, it does. And it helps a lot, actually. So, so let's see. We got. So Tanya, you want to give us a little hint what's going on your bike next? I know you got those thick, super crazy.
It's a really big one, actually.
Yeah, I'm really excited about it. It's something that I've been wanting to do for a while, and I don't even know how I've gone this long without doing it. It's something that's completely stuck with the bike, and like I said, we've talked to get this done. So I'm sure some of our viewers out there will know what that is going to be. But there's a few things we're going to do. So that's the one big thing. And then a couple little things off on the side.
It's where she parks the moneymaker is the next big one that's coming on here.
Oh, way to really give it away. I don't know if anyone caught that, but
no, I didn't.
So yeah. Oh, you did? Okay.
That's a nice seat you got behind there. That's what I'll say.
Saddleman? Yeah.
Yeah, we love Saddleman, man. They're such a good company, and they've been so supportive for us since we actually got the Road Glide. We've been talking to them a lot. They're great.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So you guys are getting a lot of
really
sponsorship with these builds, huh?
Well, yeah, we like to call it more. I hate to say like the sponsorship, because I like to say that we more like work with them. You know what I mean? Like
working relationship.
Yep.
Sort of say.
Yep.
You know.
Hey, Gene.
Yeah.
You always know when he comments
Yeah.
because he puts the red stop signs in front of it.
Yep. Yep. Always. Gene's a good dude, you know.
He likes his red stop signs.
Yes, he does. You know, get your attention. But you know, Brian says you can't beat Settlement. But I'm one of those guys.
It's really
you know, if you're going on a long ride, okay, the biggest, most comfortable seat is also the ugliest seat.
It can be, yeah. I still have the road sofa for the road glide. I didn't sell it yet, just in case.
I have
that thing is pretty comfortable.
That's heated. That I've been transferring from bagger to bagger to bagger. So when my wife and I go on these long road trips, we put that on, and she likes the heated seat aspect, and it's nice too, because when you start to get that little saddle, so you turn the heat on, and it's gone.
Yeah,
that is nice.
Yeah. So Tanya's being very secretive. What's going on next on her bike? What's going next?
I want it to be a surprise.
Okay. If you tell me here, I promise I won't tell a word. I won't tell a soul.
Yeah, exactly.
Not one soul. You know?
Do I tell them?
Yeah, you can tell them.
Yeah,
it's fine.
So, well, we know obviously that, you know, what we just talked about. So, and then derby cover.
Yeah, but yeah, we
changing out derby cover.
Really cool derby cover.
Mm-hmm.
Some may not be a fan because it's a little what should we say?
Vulgar, but
vulgar.
That's her.
It's a little vulgar.
It's one of the San Diego Customs derby covers, and they tend to be a little bit more vulgar.
Yeah, but that's
a little
totally
more adult rated.
I don't care.
What's that?
A little more adult rated.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Exactly.
Yeah.
exactly. But it's totally
very suiting.
I don't care. So, so yeah. And then
and then Eagle Lights. We're going to be putting on one of their new sonic horns on her bike.
Oh yes,
nice.
That's the other.
And it actually matches.
I'm really excited about that.
It matches her front wheel perfectly. So it's like a black contrast cut, and it'll match her front wheel. It's really nice.
Yeah. Totally.
So see, the secret's still safe because SoFlo wasn't listening.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, see?
That's good. He'll as long as they watch, that's good. As long as they watch the videos, we don't care if they listen or not.
Exactly.
I'm
totally excited to get back to my bike because it's been a while.
To go to Ocean City. I don't know if that's.
Gene wants you to go to Ocean City, Maryland. I went last year. That was a great time. But
listen,
this year,
let's just give it like another year, maybe, and we will be everywhere. We promise. I just gotta get my kids a little bit older, and we'll be good. We'll be seeing everyone everywhere. We'll go to every event possible.
I'm going to be at Catskill.
We're partiers. Mountain. Listen, don't get us twisted. We're partiers. We love events. We did Americade every single year before kids.
Daytona.
Myrtle Beach. Yeah, we've done. Yeah. So we're just doing the parent thing right now until the kids are old enough, and then when they're okay for us to leave, we're good.
There you go. I'll be at Catskill Mountain Thunder. It's the same time.
Yeah, that's close to us.
That's close.
I'm going to be up there for the whole thing. I'm staying right there at the resort, right at the heart of everything. So that was not.
And when is that again?
That is in September.
Oh, in September. Okay.
I'll tell you in a second. September
they also do the FXR
17th.
Okay. They also do the FXR jam there too.
Oh, no kidding.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm going to be there for that.
Very nice.
But when we were down to Ocean City, there's a great pub down there called the Bearded Clam.
The Beard.
I don't know why, but that sounds so familiar.
But my wife and I went there, tried to get in there for cocktails. You couldn't even get close to the place.
Oh,
really?
Yeah, it was just
cocktails near the Bearded Clam.
It was tight. The Bearded Clam was tight.
Wow. So real scene.
Tight, hot, and sweaty.
Oh yeah, that's how we like it.
But we were able to get T-shirts, and their T-shirts say "No muff, too tough. We dive at 5."
Wow.
Oh. Excuse me while I cry my makeup off right now.
Well,
Oh man.
I'm gonna quote you, Tanya. Isn't that what she said?
Yeah, that's what
exactly.
she said, 100%.
That's what we were going for.
Yeah. Try to let it happen organically. The clam was back. The Mel, thank you.
That's the wife.
Oh,
Clam jam.
Clam jam, nice.
But yeah, so I'll be at Catskill Mountain Thunder this year because I was invited last year to go up to Catskills, but I already had my hotel reservations and everything all set for Ocean City. So I told him I can't do it this year, but I'll do it next year. And you know, that trip's not sponsored at all, so you know it's all out of my pocket. I am fortunate enough; my wife and I are headed out to Milwaukee this year for the 120th.
Oh, wow. Nice.
And that was a sponsorship or a partnership, as you like to call it.
Yeah. Exactly.
I think we were actually really trying to do the deadbeat retreat.
We'd like to do deadbeat retreat too up in Maine or New Hampshire, wherever they do that as well.
We really want to try to do that.
We'll be at their the Deadbeat Custom Clash in May, and that's in Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay.
We'll do that for the day.
That's a big bike show. They'll have they have an FXR class, a Dinah class, M8 Softail class, Bagger class, a bunch of stuff. So we'll bring a couple of bikes down for that. Oh, I think Brian V will be taking my Dinah there.
Depending on where in PA, it could be a few hour ride to, you know, a half a day.
Yeah,
ride.
It's about an hour from us. So it's in the Poconos.
Oh, okay. That's not too far from me.
No,
because I made it to Gettysburg in 4.5 hours.
Oh, okay, not bad.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys ever been to that rally. It's a good rally.
No.
That's another good one. It's smaller. It's a smaller rally, but it's a lot more fun and there's no traffic.
Hey, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the things.
It's easy to get around.
Yeah. Okay, 3 hours from us. All right, yeah, and that's in May.
There you go.
Yes, Gene, I will be in Gettysburg through the whole rally. I'll be there Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and heading out on Sunday.
22.
You know,
the custom clash. Are you talking about or Gettysburg? Somebody was commenting there.
Bry the biker. Yeah, Bry. Which trail are you talking about? Oh, Gettysburg. Gettysburg. That is on July 6th, 7th, 8th, and the 9th. It's a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's right after 4th of July.
Well,
and the one thing I hate when rallies do it, but there I understand. You have to pay to get into the vendor area, but that's because of all the live music they have throughout the day.
Yeah, that's cool.
So I can understand that.
Yeah.
Like I have
some things don't mind paying for.
Yeah, I mean you got to.
Yeah. I went to the vendor area at Americade once, and I really was not happy. They charged us, I think it was like $5 or $10 to get in, and I was just totally turned off by that.
Yeah, you know what it is?
American,
you know what it is? That's Lake George's lifeline. That's their lifeline between the car show and Americade and the Winterfest. That's pretty much it for them.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah. So yeah, Gene, I'm gonna be putting details out of where I'm being and where I'm gonna go as that gets closer for Gettysburg. So we'll be in touch and we'll stay in contact over that.
I know.
Let's see. So not really many rallies for you guys this year because of the little ones. It's completely understandable.
Yes.
You know, you got to take care of the little ones. That's the future.
Yes.
Yes.
How soon are you going to get them?
We're molding right now.
What's the youngest age you'll put them on two wheels?
Well, we already have the older guy a dirt bike. He's 3 right now. He has a PW50, and he's already rode it around the yard. So, starting him even younger than I was.
Oh, cool! Right.
I mean, start them as young as you can, like pretty much as young as they're comfortable with.
Yeah.
You know, and safe.
But if they don't want to ride, they don't want to ride. I'm not going to force them to ride. It's just that they seem both very interested in it. So
yeah.
Yeah.
We're hoping that that's the direction they'll go in because, you know,
I don't want to have to lock them in the cage. I don't like motorcycles, you know?
Yeah. Well, you know, my experiences and everybody else's experiences, if you grow up around motorcycles, you're going to grow up. When you grow up, you're going to want your own.
Yeah, you're going to be in it. Yeah. It's funny because I didn't grow up at all involved in motorcycles, and
here she is.
Here I am, all in it, knees deep and everything, you know.
Yeah.
I will make.
Ray's got a question for you. Have you been to Daytona?
I've been. We've been separately.
We've been separately to Daytona, not Sturgis. We want to do Sturgis one day.
That's on the bucket list.
That's on the bucket list.
Yeah, I went out to Sturgis in 2010. I rode out on my Softail with a Badlander seat and 18-inch bars.
Nice.
And Badlander equals bad idea for long rides.
Oh, it's terrible. It's terrible. It's so bad. It's so bad.
No riding at all out there. Cool. 800 miles a day for 3 days to get there. Nope. Won't do that again.
800 miles a day for 3 days. No. Where'd you put all your stuff?
Oh, I had a bedroll, socks and underwear rolled up in the bedroll, and a tarp that I used for a tent. Wow. And credit cards and a pocket full of cash.
Hey, I mean, I went to a couple of campouts on my Sportster 83. That thing was packed all the way up. No sissy bar, just packed up on the back fender. It was a good time. Good time.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I grew up around, you know, 60s choppers. My old man had a 66 chopper with a pan head and a Springer front end. It was over 9 feet long. And
wow.
You know, that's what I grew up on. And that's how they used to go on road trips back then. So when I went, that's what cool. I knew. You know?
So cool, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you really want to go, you figure it out, right?
Yeah, exactly.
No, not yet.
Not yet. We don't take the little ones yet. Not yet. Not yet. I don't know if that's really like, it might be frowned upon, and I don't want CPS at my house because
I'll put them in front of me and ride into the garage with the kids on the seat. That's about it.
Yeah.
Or around the backyard with the dirt bikes. We do that, but or quad, you know, we're getting them used to it. The hell's Magdies?
Street meat.
Oh my God. Matt.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's a delicious place. The upshift guy. It's real biker shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Now when I'm going to Daytona next week, I'm going down in an RV and, you know, trailering the bagger.
Hey,
so
you know what? You're still going to be there though. So we're envious of that.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Last time I was in Daytona
I keep telling him
Rally was 2019, and that was their Biketoberfest.
Okay.
Yeah.
And other than that was 2010. I was down there for the spring rally. So, you know, it's time.
Yeah.
So I'll go back.
We've done the fall and the spring in Myrtle Beach, right? Yeah. In Merle's Inlet and the Myrtle Beach rally.
I did both those rallies for 5 years in a row, and I have friends down there that I consider family who we stay with when we go down. So I mean, there's no hotels, there's no eating out all the time. Yeah. You know, we help out with groceries and we do what we got to do. But we spend the time with them. We have a good time, and they all ride, so it makes life a lot easier. And you know, I like Myrtle Beach. You know, I like hanging out down there. But you know, it's like, do you go to Disney World twice a year for 5 years? There's real no excitement going back to Disney World.
Yeah,
you know,
true.
That's why I have no real excitement going back to Myrtle Beach. But there's strong army into committing to going one time next year, and I think we might go down either. I haven't figured out which rally yet, but we'll be down for one of them.
That's cool.
Yeah, just take the. We'll just
I'd love
ride
to do
down.
Daytona again. I'd love to do Daytona again. I know when I used to go, it was so crazy. It used to be so crazy. I mean, I was also younger, so it was good, but you know, it was crazy times.
All the rallies have calmed down quite a bit from back in the day.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure.
There's a lot less, as Hell's on Two Wheels would say, hooligan stuff going on. A lot less.
Exactly. Yeah.
Uh,
I could imagine that. I mean,
Yep.
the party life in general, I feel like is not the same.
no,
You know, clubs
No.
and at least around here. I mean, we
Yep.
used to have tons of nightlife around here, and now it's like just bars.
Yep.
Why is that so funny?
It is, because it's so true that the party life has really calmed down a lot. And you know, I even work on a college, and the party life on the college is really backed way down. You know, and he says not in Daytona, but
Not in Daytona.
there's
Not in
rumors,
Daytona. That's why we gotta go. We just gotta go.
there's rumors that they're closing or stopping the rally on Main Street.
Really?
No,
Yeah.
in Daytona?
Yeah.
Come
They
on,
have
that's
a whole
like the
bunch of
best part
bikers and
about it.
Yeah, they have a whole bunch of bankers and investors that are buying up all the property on Main Street, and they're petitioning the
What?
town not to close the street to bikes only. It's
Oh, wow.
really going to ruin that part of
That
it.
sucks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
my family has a place right on A1A, right on Main Street, and that's where we always were. And for Bike Week, it was awesome. Like the chaos, like absolute chaos.
yeah.
It was awesome. It was awesome to be a
Yeah.
part of that. It's
Oh,
probably not even like that anymore. Like beads flying, everyone hanging outside their
Beads
hotels.
flying, huh?
Beads. Oh yeah, beads flying. I was stuck in traffic with my family one year, and people are just coming up to the cars, like trying, like flashing the car. I mean, we were younger at that time, and oh yeah, it was crazy. It's craziness. And I was like, I can't wait to be here. I can do that.
What, with the beads?
No, just
okay.
partying. Oh my god, no, just partying.
So that's
guy.
Oh,
you know, I look at it this way. You know, I'm staying at the Cackleberry, and so's Professional Monkey. So we've already talked about it, and I got a feeling I'm gonna come home with a hurt liver for a few weeks. I can see a whole lot of
Listen,
water in my
I
future.
came back with kidney stones after being down there for Bike Week one year. So
kidney stones.
the dehydration, all I did was drink.
Yeah,
Maybe the last year. Yeah, Brian, right? This is Brian, right? The Upside podcast?
I
it
believe
is.
so. Yeah, you guys working on
Bicycles?
bicycles?
Yeah, bring it on over, Dave.
Yeah, bring it over, Dave. Thanks, bud.
We'll slap
Put your chain
a
back
motor
on.
in it.
Yeah.
Nice turbo.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I want to put a turbo on that bike when I'm done.
Oh,
with it.
that'd be so cool.
I want to get it
I'd
up
love
over
to turbo
200
any
horse.
motorcycle.
You know, I want to
Let's
try and
do
get
it.
up over 200 horse.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah, that would be fun. You know, but you know, it's all budget.
Yeah, that's the hard part.
Yeah. That's the setback.
You got this one just throwing away money like it's nothing, right?
Me.
That's me. That's me.
Yeah. I'm
You
the
know,
voice
I made
of
my
reason
credit
here.
card scream with this current bill.
Yeah, your credit card was smoking with that 131 going in there.
And all the other stuff from Fuel Motor.
Yeah, exactly.
I have to say he's the conservative one. If it were up to me buying parts, I
His
would
goal
have
is rocket to the moon. There you go. There you go, Mel.
I would just be buying left and right.
Jason's
Hence the
watching.
nickname.
That's our little guy.
Yeah. Hence
That's
the
our little
the
ones
nickname,
watching.
Hi, Chase.
Project Spaceball.
Hi, Shay.
Spaceballs, probably Spaceballs.
Spaceballs.
Yeah.
Nitrous
because I want to go
laughing gas,
ludicrous
like
Pete.
that too. Perfect. Why not? Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, exactly. That's the whole plan.
Voice of reason till a few drinks. What the hell does that mean?
Well, when you have a few drinks, that's when all the good ideas come, and
gotta-
that's the voice of
Exactly.
reason.
Yeah.
We got a tough crowd here tonight, man.
Yeah, no kidding.
That's my cousin, by the way.
Oh,
No
okay.
kidding. I don't know what that means.
There you go.
Hold
my beer. Watch this.
It's the famous last words right there. Hold my beer.
That's right.
Yep.
I said it many times.
Another fan for you, Eric.
There you go.
It's my cousin.
Yeah.
Oh, it's your cousin? Yeah, right on.
Yeah.
Oh man. So you haven't been on your other bike at all, Erica, huh?
Which one's that?
The first performance bike we built.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? The Dinah will be back actually next week's episode.
Okay.
Pulling it out of the woodworks.
So
there was debates on selling it.
Running.
What's that?
What's the plans other than getting it running?
Yeah, we want to get rid of that so we can have some room for something else.
There was some debate. Now I'm doing another mod to it next week, and now I'm going to fall back in love with it again, and it'll probably stick around.
Bike's gotta go.
It just rides. The Dinah is such a good platform.
It's okay. You built the Road Glide just like the Dinah, so it's gonna ride just as good,
if not better.
Do a giveaway for the Dinah. There you go.
We're trying to figure out how to do that. Because
New York makes that a little difficult.
Yeah, New York's kind of a DICK.
Yeah.
So
Droop is looking. Keep that bike. There you go. There's no reason to sell it. It's a really great bike. It only has 14,000 miles at 90.
That's it? Nice.
It's a cherry, yeah.
Yeah, this one's only got 5,000.
I mean, it's a good bike, but
5,000. You're pulling the motor. I'll take that 114. There you go.
It'll be for sale.
Put that in something. There you go.
I got to recoup some money.
Yeah.
Well, that's why we need to sell
almost as much at Fuel Moto that I did at for the 131.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I went down that performance rabbit hole. I actually had to put a stop to my
escalates quickly.
Nope, done.
You're done. Yeah. Shut it down.
Yep.
Shut it down.
That's what happens.
The Road Glide is mine. She likes to try to say it's hers, but
what did we talk about earlier?
The Road Glide.
Yours is mine, baby. That's how this works.
If you go back and watch the first video about the Road Glide, you will see that she said, "I'm so happy that Eric finally got his bagger that she wanted." We'll clip it in the next video if you guys want.
We don't even need to. I'm not denying that I didn't say that. You did say that. I did say that, but that doesn't mean it's not mine also. So
yeah, because what's yours is hers, and what's hers is hers.
Yeah, apparently.
Exactly. You got see, Doc, you got this.
Doc's a smart
I've been married
guy. Yes.
26, almost 27 years. I'm well trained.
There you go. Take some tips.
Yeah. The stop signs gave it away there. See it?
Oh yeah.
Thanks, Brian. That's going on the 131. That air cleaner.
That thing's sweet.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Yeah, that's from S&S.
It's nice.
It's nice, yeah.
What's yours is mine. What's mine is mine. I like that.
Yep. See, everybody agrees with me on that one. It belongs to whoever's sitting on it. I don't know. I see Tanya sitting on that bike more than you.
Well, yeah, people don't want to see a Sasquatch sitting on there, bud.
What about all your female viewers?
Well, they probably like her too.
We don't have many of those though. We don't have
many
female
get up there and
viewers. We got a select few.
Yeah.
But those female viewers might like seeing me too. So
see, Gene saw it. He remembers what I said. Where was it he said?
That was all for the camera, okay, guys?
Yeah.
I was just talking shit, man.
Yeah, true.
Oh, that's funny.
True.
He wouldn't get away with it though, because men are stupid.
Yeah. Well, you know what, Brian? My wife forced me to buy my Road Glide. We were at the dealership, and I was picking up parts for a bike I was working on, and the sky opened up. And I looked at her and I said, "Well, do you see anything you liked?" And she pulls me in and shows me the CVO Road Glide, and I was like,
money.
I'm not buying a CVO. And the sales girl D, who comes by, who I know D for years, and how do you say no when you have two beautiful women on either side and you say buy it? It's very emasculating to say no.
Yeah. I mean, he wouldn't have been getting that road glide that we have now if I didn't give the okay. So
hold on.
Let's just make that clear.
Let's tell him the real story, because
What's the real story?
The real story was she woke up and the Facebook messages were already in place that I'll see you tonight with the cash.
This is true, but I had already given him the okay to road glide search, and I knew he was going to be frugal about
put the road glide in the background.
There it is.
Hold on. There you go.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
Nice. Very nice.
Yeah, that's the one the wife forced me to get.
You did the flames, Doc?
No, that's right from Harley. That's the CVO.
Oh, it's a CVO paint job. Okay. Nice.
Yep. Yep. And I've never seen another road glide in person with that paint. I've seen them on Facebook, but I've never seen another one in person.
That's what I worry about with the CVOs, is because that you buy a bike and that you could potentially be parked right next to another one with the same one, but that's good that you've never seen it yet.
Yeah. Well, that's like, that's why everybody buys a Vivid Black Street Glide or Road Glide, because they're very rare.
Yeah. Exactly.
Or we're,
Yeah, he's being sarcastic on that one.
That's
yep.
But that's what the wife forced me to get.
Of course.
Oh yeah, forced you, huh?
And I suffer every mile on that bike.
I'm sure. Painful.
And she rides with you often?
Every chance she gets. We got out on it Monday for about 5 hours.
She needs to get on her own.
Hey, look, Jake.
Why don't you buy her a bike? And
Jake's asking a question there, Doc.
It's not.
So
it's
she rides.
Stock head pipe, and it's only got slip-ons on it. And I put the Revo Arc shocks on it, and I put 12-inch bars. And the only other modification of that bike I plan on doing is a Legend front, and that's it.
Okay. Oh, so why aren't we doing 2-in-1?
Well, because I have 2-in-1 on my performance bike, and when you're going for performance, that's what you want, to get the most torque out of your bike.
That's where he went with the Dinah. The Dinah is supposed to be a performance
Dinah's
bike.
got a stock motor. The Road Glide's going to have a built motor when I'm done. See the growling over here? She's growling.
Unreal. He got 2 performance bikes.
So what? Why not have 4 performance bikes?
Because I don't like it.
So you can ride your night train.
I will be.
There it is right there. Here it is right there. Ride that one. That's what a chain goes for. There you go.
Yeah. Exactly. And Tanya, this one's for you. What's the background story on your bike helmet?
So my helmet, yes. So, oh God, I love my helmet. It just represents me. I'm just evil.
Evil-esque,
the horns and So I'm not evil. I mean, I'm a good person, but like anyone, there's those evil tendencies. No, so I had a look in mind, and I found exactly what I was looking for. It's a scorpion helmet, and I found it, and I actually added the horns to it. So I bought them off Amazon. And
Shay knocked them off one time.
Shay did knock one off. Eric knocked one off, and
definitely did.
Just crazy glue them on. They're fine.
Good to go.
They're good to go. So
what you gotta do now is
I
bedazzled it. Those horns.
Yeah, a halo on the horns.
Yeah, well, because I'm a little bit of good and evil, so it's a nice like yin yang
halo up.
going.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. You got it.
Ryan says he'll take the dyno off your hand.
He is a potential buyer of the Dinah, so.
Oh, okay.
Please, Brian, please.
But you know what? He doesn't have to buy it because he can ride it anytime. This guy.
Yeah, that's true.
He buy it.
Yeah.
Although it would help your cause, because then you'd only have one performance bike, and then I wouldn't be able to bitch about you having 2.
That's true.
So. I like it.
What
did he say?
Pigtails too. Pigtails.
Pigtails. I always wear my pigtails. That's my thing. I always wear my pigtails.
You have to.
It's easy. Well, because then I just like because if I don't have my hair down in pigtails, then I just look like some dude on a bike, because I'm kind of like a broad person. So then I just look like a dude with the horns on, and I'm like, I don't want to look like a dude, you know? So
muscle.
I have a feeling that would
By the
be
way, that was a nickname
impossible
for myself
for
in
you
high
to
school.
look like a dude. I find that very impossible.
What's that?
It's impossible.
Oh,
for
it's
you to
impossible. Really? Oh, all right. Well, I guess you don't see me when I wake up in the morning.
Oof.
That's
You're not
your
supposed to
husband's
agree
job.
to that. You're not supposed to agree. What the hell?
Yeah, my
Oh,
wife
man.
says she looks like Wednesday Addams with pigtails. Absolutely.
I mean, I guess anyone would if they had dark hair.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I agree with Dave. You guys do rock. You're like I said, you guys are funny. I'm in stitches when I watch your videos. And
Appreciate it.
you know,
This is just everyday
You should
life.
see half the stuff we don't put in.
Oof.
Oh,
I'd like to see the cuts.
Yeah, well,
we gotta work on that. Getting
Yeah.
like a whole video
blooper
of,
reel thing going
yeah.
on here.
Yeah, you'd really see some good stuff.
Behind the
even
scenes
Jerry
arguing
agrees
at each
with
other.
me.
Not look like a dude on a bike.
No, but I feel like I would if my hair was like pinned back with a helmet on, and then it's just like.
In Gary's
you know,
defense, he might be a little scared of you already. So
why would Gary be scared? I don't know. A lot of people are scared of me when they like don't know me. I don't know why.
Bri wears pigtails too. Also,
Who's Bri? Who's
Bri the
Apple
biker.
Blind?
I don't know.
Bri the biker.
Oh, okay, all right.
He's out of southern
Oh, okay.
Jersey. Not to
Gotcha.
be confused.
Okay.
You know.
Very cool.
Yeah, you guys got to do a bloopers
yeah.
reel. That would be funny.
Yeah, we got a lot.
Oh,
Believe
we
me.
have so much. Oh, it would be painstaking to go through all that footage. I think that's why we really haven't done it already, is because it's just
we have
hours and hours and like countless, like hundreds of hours of footage to have to go through.
That's okay.
No, we used to bar hop. Those days are long gone for now, anyway.
Well, yeah, bar hop kids come along. That sort of slows that bar hopping scene down, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. And honestly, I wouldn't change it for the world. I mean, I can't speak for Eric because he's, yeah.
Yeah, the kids are, they're bad at drinking, these kids. So they really slow us down.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
Well, you know, one juice box and they're done, right?
It doesn't last forever.
Yeah.
It doesn't. And it goes by so quick. And I know that I'm not trying to rush it because I know one day I'm going to miss every bit of this. So
definitely.
I'm trying to not rush it, you know, and enjoy. Listen, I lived my life. That's why I don't have a problem right now, because I was the wildest child ever in my adolescent years. And I did my thing. So I partied like
I've seen you cliff jump.
This is true. This is true. You can't take the wild out of me.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
We're very brave giving her a microphone on a platform, right? She's just going to keep talking into it.
That's okay. That's perfectly fine.
It's good, right? Yeah.
His mouth doesn't stop.
Never.
Never.
No, he's falling asleep at night and I'm still talking, and
talking.
like, I'm like looking, I'm like, why isn't he like responding to me? And he's sleeping.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you know a big secret. All husbands do that.
Yeah. Well, there you go. I guess it's not just me then.
You know?
Oh, too funny.
The fart in the church.
Fart in church. Oh God, I can't go in churches. I burn.
It's funny. The pew actually starts.
I put my finger in the holy water and it boils.
Yeah, when she goes into church, it's like it goes silent, and the pew starts smoking.
Yeah, no good.
So they want to. What are the chances for a classic rebuild?
Classic rebuild. We're debating on doing it like a chopper style in the future. I would love to do like a hardtail thing.
Cholo.
Well, the cholo would be different. The cholo would be in the air.
I want to do a cholo and I want to do a chopper. I
want to do a cholo so bad.
Opportunity. I got to tour the V-Twin manufacturing warehouse in Newburgh, New York.
Okay, yeah, that's really close to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like right across the river from us.
As soon as I walked in, on the first shelf behind me was a knucklehead engine. They had about 4 or 5 knuckleheads. They had 5 or 6 pan heads. They had over a dozen shovel heads and iron heads. quite a few
Nice.
flatheads, over a
Lots to
dozen,
choose from.
over a dozen rigid frames, telescoping forks, Springer front ends. It was just insane.
Cool.
I went through it quick because if I didn't, I would have spent every penny I had plus remortgaged the house. And I'm not kidding.
Smart. That was smart on your part.
Yeah, you know, I just bought the 131. So my wife's
God,
like,
Gene, I don't want to think about that.
my wife goes, "Are you buying that knucklehead?" I'm like, "I just bought the 131. I could have bought a knuckle and a rigid roller instead."
Yep. And built another bike.
Could have built a good chopper with a, you know,
Yeah.
a nice.
And that's my
uphill chopper.
logic. And that's why I don't have new bikes, because I'd rather have older bikes and have more of them. That's just my logic for now.
Because ultimately you're going to make them what you want in the end anyway. So, and you're still going to put the money into it.
Yep.
That's
my wife. That's right. I'm with you, girl.
There you go.
Yeah,
a little piece of advice from Gene.
Yeah, it's true.
There he says you two are adorable. Yeah. Gremlin hates me from that video. I don't know if you guys seen my video when I did of that. It's really, really awesome. You know?
What's that?
Of the V-twin
manufacturer.
Yep. The V-twin manufacturing.
We'll have to check that out.
Yeah. It's a bit disorganized, but they know where everything is. And then when you see the video, you see how disorganized it is, but they know where everything is. It's funny.
Mel, he does.
I used to detail. I don't have time for it anymore. Detail our own stuff. I used to detail on the side, but
she does all the detailing for me. And anytime I'm working on a client's bike and they want it detailed, you know, she'll charge them extra for the detail. You know,
perfect.
I look at it this way. But, you know, it's just a little extra money we make here and there when we do projects on the bike. It's you know, worth it at that point.
Yeah,
definitely is, for sure.
You know, it's helping paying down the credit card.
on that 131.
Yep.
Yeah. And fuel
Anything
motor.
you can do,
all on the
pull
same
that
credit
down.
card. All on the same credit card.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, Shark Nation.
Shark Nation.
It's all aesthetics. It's the same bike. And I've owned both.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
You know? It's literally the same bike.
Now I think if we get rid of the Dinah, then we can get my Road Glide, and then I have a whole. Then it can be mine, and I can do whatever I want with it.
Tanya, you want an M8 Road Glide?
New Road Glide.
I know what an M8 is. Thank you for that. No, I don't want to. I'm not the whole thing. No, because that wouldn't be fair. Because if he wasn't going to do it, then I'm not going to do it. So I mean, unless he wanted me to have an M8, but no, I don't need to go that route. I can definitely settle for an older Road Glide, and
it would be nice to have an M8
but
in the
I mean, we'll see where life takes it this year, and you know,
who knows? We could buy a brand new bike and use it as a write-off for the channel eventually. So
we could do that too.
Yeah,
but either way, I think the Dinah's going to be part of the reason why we get something else. So
we'll see.
Yeah, right on. Right on.
Selling my bikes out from underneath me here.
If we do it, if we can figure out how to raffle it off or do like some sort of giveaway, I think that's the best way to go.
Yeah.
And we would love to do that, because then we know at least somebody, one of our people is going to get it. Exactly. And that would make it worth it for us, you know, so
and they would appreciate it and they'd love it for what it is.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, we would have to look further into that and research it more. I know there's going to be like lawyers involved and things like that. It's a pretty big process, and a lot of people don't know how much actually goes into having to raffle something off like that. So
yep. Now,
Go through the
I would say if you do raffle or give away a bike, you got to get like VP Customs derby covers and air cleaner covers. Put them on the bike.
Well,
we actually have a VP Customs derby cover going on the Road Glide that we worked with Granite State State Customs. They'll be coming up in a video soon. He's up in New Hampshire, I believe. It's amazing. Wait till you guys see this.
Yeah,
really
cool. It came out beautiful.
We have a shelf in our basement that's like, I literally have stacked up with parts waiting for installs, just to do week by week by week. It's hard not to put all the stuff on at one time. I'll be completely honest.
It's so hard.
Tanya's going to do a burnout actually very. What's that?
No, go ahead.
Tanya's going to do a burnout very soon because her 200 on her tires, it's done. So we're definitely going to smoke that thing because I bought a new tire for it already. So
nice.
That should be interesting.
Now, I like the neon sign you guys had made. That's awesome.
Oh, that's due to our lovely sister-in-law, Sarah.
Sarah, yes. That was a beautiful, beautiful thing that we got from her.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's perfect.
That's one heck of a. You said it was a Christmas gift, right?
Yes, it was. Yep.
See, I watch and pay attention.
We're actually in her studio right now.
We're in her studio.
We're actually in her studio right now.
Oh, nice.
Her and my brother-in-law, his brother.
Yep.
So
Santa.
The Santa.
Apple tube tops.
Apple tube tops.
What's apple tube?
For Apple Glide. Oh, I'm not wearing a tube top.
What is it?
Not half of that.
Oh, like the actual shirt tube top. Gotcha.
Yes, I won't wear one.
Yes,
the beer belly. I'll wear one. My beer belly just doesn't go with it, you know. And I don't have the boots for it. No.
It doesn't work for everybody.
No.
You just gotta know what kind of girl you are.
Well, that's the thing. I'm not a girl.
Well, yeah, exactly.
And I don't identify as one either.
All right. And that works too.
So, what's next? The big next thing for you guys, whether it's YouTube, life.
I mean, ideally, it's to get huge. I mean, why does anyone else do YouTube, right?
Well,
okay. I mean, that's easy with ice cream and pasta and breads. And,
you can do that. Yeah, we're just kind of enjoying the ride. We'll see where it takes us. I mean, we'd like to keep growing if we could. It's fun.
It's a lot of work. It really is. It's like, it's a whole nother job, really. Yes, it really is. Between the editing, the setting up, the organization, the prep, it really is. Anyone that is into the YouTube thing out there really understands, how much is involved in this. And it doesn't look like a lot because all you guys see is a 12-minute video. And meanwhile, that 12-minute video probably took a prep time of like 2 days, 48 hours worth of prep time for 15 minutes that you guys get to view, probably more than that, including the editing.
We figured it out to be about like 20 hours of editing for a video.
Just the editing. And then you're talking about parts and setting up and stuff like that. So, but it's something we chose to do. So earn it, and we hope that it pays off in the end and takes us where we want to go with it. So,
I mean, Doodle was telling me a couple weeks ago, the video she was editing, she was 40 hours into it.
Yeah. Well, she uses sometimes she's going on those long road trips and stuff. It's insane.
Obviously, the more hours and footage you have, the longer it's going to take to edit because you have that much more footage to go through. So, and that's what takes the most time is actually going through it and seeing, what's worth putting in this video, what's not,
Once we start riding again, then we have 3-4 cameras worth of footage to go through.
Yeah. The riding the editing time.
Because I have an Insta360
it's
plus 2 GoPros. So, we got the 2 GoPros,
and then we have each of our GoPros.
And then the Insta360, I got to put through their software to edit it before I can bring it into the editing. It's a lot of work, but it's worth it in the end, I feel.
Of course. Well, it's always worth it, especially for our viewers, because, you know, you want it to look great for your viewers and you want them to get the best out of your content. So yeah.
Yes. Yep. And I also look at it, it's a video library for me. And if people watch and enjoy it, that's awesome. I appreciate it. And, you know, because I go back, like I find myself going back. I have an external hard drive where I keep all my videos.
We have two.
You have two?
We have two.
And
we have a 5 terabyte and a 2 terabyte.
No, this one's a 4 terabyte. So
wow.
I go back there and I look at it and, you know, just relive the memories of, you know, the different rallies or bike nights or different things I've done in the garage. And I enjoy it. It gives me a nice video library to go back on my memories with, you know. And with you guys, it's a heck of a legacy for your kids.
It's nice when you have time to do that, though. Yeah, it's nice when you have the time to do that, though.
Yeah.
Not everyone has that kind of, like, we definitely don't have time right now to go back and just reminisce on old footage, you know.
It's tough.
It's tough.
So I was on.
That's why the blooper videos are really hard.
We saw Mel.
Yeah.
There's Mel.
I was on the Brent Rin podcast today for about 3 hours at work. So there's the time I have. I'm an IT guy by trade, so I hardly leave my desk and hardly talk to anybody. So I can have that playing in the background.
Perfect.
That's nice. Yeah, for sure.
Perfect.
You know, let's see. It depends on how much time creator wants to put into it. Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, I do that for the garage. I just put it together and just drop it as is. I just trim the fat out of it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. See,
we just found that
it's
just that people don't want to.
It's the attention span.
Yeah.
Is what it is.
There's no attention span anymore.
And unfortunately, that affects your video's performance.
Yeah. We've been at this an hour and 6 minutes tonight, and we're still holding strong at 42 people watching. So that's a pretty good attention span.
Oh, cool. Very nice.
And it's all because of you guys.
It's hard.
Definitely not me.
Oh no, I don't think so.
Good night, Jane.
I mean, it's hard these days. Everything's built on like 2-minute videos where hey Jay, where people are just like they gotta be in and out of video. You know, it's
the world of TikTok.
The world, exactly.
And shorts.
The attention span is just not there for people.
So you'll see our style is more in that choppy kind of like constantly zoom in, zoom out. Like all over the place.
Try to make everything changing, everything like there's no dull moments. And if there is, there's music blaring because, the second there's a lull moment or something someone's not interested in, they're skipping. And like I said, unfortunately, that affects your video's performance.
And then YouTube just drops it all.
Yeah. And then YouTube's like, oh, you suck. Bye.
Yeah.
So you gotta figure it out. That's the biggest thing is you gotta figure out how you're gonna win, and everything.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jay.
Thanks, Jay. You roll too.
But I concur with Jay on that. You guys are awesome. Like I said, when I first ran into your content, I enjoyed it so much. I ended up binge watching 4 hours of it at work. So,
that's cool.
Thank you.
So I'm sure you saw your watch hours spike that day.
Yeah, we'll take it.
Might have, yeah. I mean, it's hard. Sometimes you got to take a break and yeah. Sometimes, I mean, that when you look at your analytics too, sometimes it'll break your heart too. So sometimes you got to kind of like step away and like not
Honestly,
concentrate
I don't look
so
at my
much.
analytics.
It's good.
It's good, but sometimes it's good too because then you can see what you can improve on, even if it's something little, just to see where you can improve. I mean, we researched the shit out of all of YouTube, how to become better, how to do this better, what's gonna, you got to
put the work in.
You got to put the work in because if you don't, you're just doing it, then you always got to be improving.
Yeah. Wow.
So I guess YouTube's getting a new CEO.
Just advice for any new YouTubers out there is you constantly got to be working at it.
Yeah. You guys are putting out amazing content, whatever time. Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Thanks, Steve.
I win no matter what.
Or try.
Friendship is my goal. Yeah, I agree with Ray. I mean, I was on with Ray today, and we were joking around, and I'm going to say it, Ray. We told him we got to change his YouTube handle from Ray's Moto Life to Mongo's Moto Life.
That's funny.
Yeah. So, yeah, quality of life.
Pouring the compliments in. I love it.
Yep.
Man, I just need to keep you in my pocket, Dave, and be my little ego booster all day.
Yep. So, Jay, I'm from Ansonia, Connecticut. I grew up in Bridgeport, Connecticut, where people went to Vietnam for vacation back in the 60s and 70s for a little peace and quiet. And now I live in Ansonia. So
it's not too far from us.
I've never heard of it, actually.
How about Waterbury? You heard of Waterbury?
Waterbury.
Oh, Waterbury. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I am.
Thank you.
15 miles south of Waterbury.
We had to put that in. We had to put that disclaimer in.
Yeah.
Too many people got a little crazy with us, and we just had to nip that in the bud.
If you put a disclaimer, they can't talk.
Then
they can't.
Yeah.
They can still talk, but at least they've been warned.
Exactly.
We're not trying to be professionals, and that's it. So
yeah.
There you go. Thanks.
XAN is a good dude. I don't know if you ever met him.
We know who you are.
We've seen the comments. We
yeah,
know.
We reply. We honestly try to reply to everybody. Everything. Okay.
Yep.
As long as it's not a D-bag comment,
D-bag.
I don't know how vulgar I can get on this channel. So
get as vulgar as you want. It's not made for children.
Yes, I love it.
Oh God, there you go.
Let's do it.
Hang on for the ride.
No, it's okay. My kids are watching.
Yeah, Daniel, you definitely got to check out their channel. It's at VP_Customs on YouTube. He's new to YouTube. He's just started his channel, and I wish him all the luck in the world.
Good luck.
But yeah, you can get. I was watching your video today. One of the videos that stuck out is you were doing the roast on some of your not so pleasant comments, and I thought that was brilliant.
It was fun.
We did a couple of them. Yeah. And actually, since we did that, a lot of people have we kind of weeded those people
Here
out.
comes the trucker mouth. There it comes.
It's more like a sailor.
Yeah.
Trucker and a sailor.
My wife could make a sailor blush.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Oh man.
And I don't know where I got that from because my parents never cursed. They were not like that. Like
that's because you're
it just happened.
That's why.
Is that what it is? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The two go together, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, Toby, you got to check them out, dude. I was in stitches the first time I saw them, and I laugh at every video they put out because they're funny. All the little stuff they inject into the videos. I'm not going to give it away. You have to check it out yourself.
Yeah, don't give it away. You got to make them watch.
Yep. It's definitely worth the watch. Definitely worth the 15 minutes. I binge watched 4 hours. Not saying you have to, but I did. So if you want to one up me, you could go 5-6 hours.
There you go.
Yeah,
Thank you. Perfect.
We try to keep it short, sweet, and simple because we know the attention span out there. So hopefully 15 minutes is between 10 and 15.
Seems a happy number.
Seems like a pretty happy number for most people. So yeah.
When's the conclusion of the front end going to drop?
On the Road Glide?
Thursday.
That's tomorrow. That's tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night. Yeah.
I'll be watching.
We're still in the process of editing that right now.
Oh, that means this week's been a long week.
Tonight we'll be up until 3:00 in the morning editing that. So.
You mean me?
Yeah, probably her.
Yeah. We edit together. He gets a good foundation going, and then I tend to get in and do like graphics and music.
Thank you, DDK.
So,
yeah, DDK is a good dude,
together.
Man. He puts together some good content too.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, DDK is actually one of the few guys left in this world that's actually remember the first Harley Davidson dealership to pop up in this country. Wow. Tweedledee's got photos of it, so they're all photoshopped. It's a joke.
Okay.
All right, Bedlam, you're off, man. Thanks for coming in, man. Good to see you again.
Soon too.
But what I normally like to do, we're at an hour and 14 minutes, is if it's okay with you, I'm going to invite the people on the side chat. If they want to come in and talk to you directly, they're more than welcome to. Are you guys good with that?
Yeah, we can do a couple minutes for sure, and then we got to get home to get the kids to sleep.
All right. So there is the link, guys, for the StreamYard. If you want to jump in and you want to talk to Tanya and Eric, be more than welcome to happy to have you guys on. And I'm sure they'll answer any questions that I might have missed or you haven't had a chance to ask yet in the side chat. So it's open. Come on in.
It's open.
Yep. Daniel just sub to you guys as well.
Come on in.
Yeah.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks for hanging
Here's
with us.
XAN Biker. What's up, bro?
Hey, I just like that Tanya does all the wrenching, it seems like.
That's it.
Now I do. It's nice to see you in person. Nice to meet you.
Oh, yeah. The same here.
Oh,
Yeah.
we got Ray's Motor Life jumping in. Or I should say Mongo's
Hey,
Motor
Ray.
Life.
I ain't scared to get on and ask a question.
What up, Mongo?
What's up? That's an inside joke because they said I got out of the car
can't see
looking
him.
like a.
I can't see him yet.
Really?
There he is.
Ah, there
there
he
he is.
Oh, PA Biker's here too. You guys are
Biker's
quite
here.
popular.
Damn,
guys.
dude. Did you
What
cut
did you
that
do
hair
to
off?
his hair?
Boy,
Yeah, I cut it all off.
I'm gonna keep my comments
Wow.
to myself. No.
You look good, bro.
No, I had an EEG done, so I had to cut my hair.
Hopefully everything came out all right.
Oh man.
Yeah, we'll know in a
Erectile
couple of weeks.
You had a erectile dysfunction done?
Yeah, they give me an Atticus.
Oh,
I just like to joke. No, I got a serious question. I'm glad you guys got a bagger, man. I mean, I love the other
Thank
box
you.
as well, but I'm glad you kind of went up to a road glide, and
Yeah.
I just think you guys would be, to do longer trips. I mean, I've done longer trips on other bikes as well, but I finally had to upgrade to an ultra classic, and it's just for comfortability and stuff. So. Now that she rides it as well, right?
So neither of us have really rode the road glide that much because we bought it at the end of the season. So we've just I've tooled around the neighborhood and then just started wrenching, and that's it.
Okay. I didn't know because I noticed y'all go to a lot of.
but she does
What?
ride her own.
Yeah, I know. They got like 4 bikes or
Yeah.
3 or 4. I
Yeah.
watch them. I've been subscribed to them for like over a year. So,
What
Oh,
does
cool.
the
Thank
VP
you.
stand
Thank you.
for?
Yes, thanks for hanging.
what does the what stand for?
What does
So
the
Oh,
VP
wow.
stand for?
the V. So it's actually a long story. Me and my best Brian, we started. We were selling and buying, selling cars and bikes a long time ago, and his last name and my last name together, me, and I love the name, so we just started it, and it kind of I feel like it flows. We kept it.
Okay, just carried over. Okay.
So basically, it has nothing to do with his friend. It's just something
Yeah.
that we liked.
Oh, you're not friends?
Oh no, he's my best friend, but it doesn't resemble me at all. So
Okay.
Now we can call it very professional or
yeah,
VIP customs.
we just call it
There you
very professional customs.
There you go.
Even though it's really not, but
Right.
a joke now. So
Right.
How long you guys been wrenching on together?
I mean,
Tanya?
it's pretty much we've had bikes together.
Yeah.
I mean, we've always worked on bikes together. Whether it's his bike, my bike. I mean, I've been riding now for 9 years. So I started with the Sportster 83, and we transformed that
Yeah.
one.
That was a big transformation.
yeah.
That bike.
So we started from pretty much 9 years ago
And-
when I got my first bike. And
She did a lot of that on her own Sportster. She came home from work one day and she had new pegs on it, new shifters. She did good. New
and
shift
that was
tech.
only a few months into me riding, but yeah.
She's not scared her hands.
Right on.
I like
Right
to get
on.
my hands dirty. As some of you may know, I don't wear gloves. So
Right. And you get your nails done.
Yes.
I don't.
Oh,
yeah,
I do
don't
my
wear
own
gloves
nails.
either.
But
Yeah.
So that's awesome. But Windroad Therapy just sub to you guys.
Oh,
They said
thank
it's
you.
nice to
Appreciate
meet you
that.
here.
Thanks for the support.
Windroad is awesome. If you get a chance, check out their channel. They put out some pretty good content as
Yeah,
well.
we will certainly.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
She does a lot of travel and riding Sturgis to a lot of rallies and a lot of camping and goes to a lot of meetups and she takes her bikes and stuff and she rides and she's one of the sweetest people you'll meet. I mean, really. So yeah, I would recommend you check her channel out too.
So here's a custom for Tanya.
Definitely.
Daniel says his wife is starting on two-wheeler this year. Any advice? She's starting on an 05 Sporty 1200 custom. Miles, put the miles down.
Take the class. Yeah, take the class.
Take the class for sure. Honestly, it was really funny because when I started, I had been on dirt bikes first for probably about 2 years, probably about a year on dirt bikes, 2 years maybe. And then, I got my permit and we went on the road together and we rode a couple times on my Sporty and I was like, oh, I got this. And I was already scheduled to take the class. And I turned to him, I was like, you know what? I don't think I need the class. He's like, you're going to the class. I don't care what you say, you're going. And I was like kind of fighting him on it, because I thought I knew it all. But honestly, I learned my biggest issue with initially riding was clutch control. I had a very hard time with clutch control, and that was I wanted to let it ride, and so I learned so much clutch control through that class, and definitely something to look into is that class for sure. You really learn the very basics and foundations that you need for riding. And honestly, aside from that, whenever you're out on the road, just pretend like everybody is out to kill you. It's fun. It's really the way it's got to be. You really got to pretend like everyone is like you're their target, because if you don't, you're going to miss something that someone is missing, and it's going to be you that they're hitting. So that's my best advice as far as starting out, for sure. Is always be aware of your surroundings.
Good night, Windroad.
Good night,
sweetie. I would agree with Tanya. I took the course after one of my deployments because the Army said I had to. Even though I've been riding at that point for almost 30 years. So I took the course with my wife, and I fixed a lot of mistakes. I had to relearn a lot of things I forgot. And it's a very good course, that basic rider's course. And I think it's awesome.
Yeah, so it was the best thing I could have done. And I was really happy that I took it afterwards.
Yep.
So definitely.
Toby says you guys should join their live workshop.
What's entailed in that?
No idea.
They get on there.
Send us an email. We'll look into it. Send us an email.
And they get on there and they get on there and they have 2 or 3 other people on there, and they stream it from YouTube to Facebook to something else as well. And they talk about the Badgers are on there as well, and they talk about how YouTube it's like how to be to do things and like how to one night might be like on editing, and they teach people how to talk to them and teach people how to do things. It's like a workshop. He can explain it better, but he ain't jumped on here. I figured he would, but
I didn't steal anybody's car.
I like to watch them. I mean, you learn things,
Yep. But
yeah, that sounds good. I mean, always send us an email. Anyone out there that send us an email. We'll look into it and
I would tell.
go
Can
from
you give
there
us
for
your
sure.
email? And how would they contact you? Like email? I have it, but
Yeah,
I'm sure they want to hear from you.
It's right in the description of all of our videos. VPCustomsChannel@gmail.com.
Yep, that's how I found you, and I can contest. They do get back to you quickly.
Yeah, we'll answer.
Yeah, of course.
Good point.
Again, as long as you're good, And then even sometimes you'll get a little bit of a comment back and won't be so nice, but if you are.
That's just the way it is, ain't it? I mean, you get some good ones, you get some,
Yeah, you gotta have your haters. If you don't have your haters, you're doing
stole your cat.
That's right. I look at it as their views as well, so let them watch.
That's it. Yeah. Any comment is a good comment, right?
Yeah. Yep. And I don't have to respond,
I just
it's like any press is good press.
Sometimes it's hard to not want to respond. I gotta say.
Oh yeah, and I get that. But
I'm a much more aggressive person than Eric is, so I tend to get very and especially if it's something like heats him up, I get even more heated up, and but when you're in this position, you have to remember that not everybody is.
And we choose to do this as well. We choose to put our business, so.
Exactly. And we have to remind each other of that, listen, this is what's going to happen. There's bad people out there. There's mean people out there, so.
And they'll do anything to help fail.
That's a nice way of putting it.
Mean people suck.
And we help you fail because they like to see that.
We have to remind ourselves of that.
And the motivation for me is not to fail, to piss them off.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. I mean, some people thrive on haters.
Yeah. And they love it. They're keyboard warriors,
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Toby, welcome to the show.
They're 40-year-old virgins, I should say.
Thanks for having me on. Oh, don't do that. You're going to break your camera.
Oh, my screen just cracked.
Welcome. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So,
poor guy.
Okay, we'll let him explain what his workshop is about.
There you go.
Yeah. Well, Ray just called it out on there, so I was like, let hell with it. Let me jump on and say hello and all that kind of stuff. But no, I mean, in all seriousness, we just do a Windroad, and I had an idea. The Batters ran it through us and stuff, and so we just about a year ago we started doing a workshop on Facebook. We have a Facebook group called Support Bikers Content Creators, and it's just to help anybody and everybody improve on their craft if they want to, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, uploading stuff. We've done workshops on what type of editing software to use, what type of music websites, cameras, where location on bikes to put cameras, all sorts of stuff.
Oh, cool.
And so this past year, we kicked off for January, started season 2, and we just started adding YouTube as a live part of the workshop. So
nice.
Oh,
very cool.
Yeah, it's a great thing, man.
We'll definitely check it out.
We just want to help people. I mean, it's totally, it doesn't cost anything. We don't want to, we actually had the Badgers start a ghost channel. So that we're not looking. We can't have a workshop on that. We can't beat that, man.
Who the hell is that?
My wife heard that all the way in the living room. She's like, really?
That was me.
That wasn't me.
I'm a rude motherfucker.
All right, that's easy.
At least he owned
I
it.
appreciate you, but cheers to that.
Yeah, my wife heard that in the living room.
Cheers.
Hell, I had a burp, man. Burp
Kind
and
of
go.
sucked the air out of the room,
at
man.
least
Lucky
it wasn't
it wasn't
coming
a
out
fart.
the other end.
Yeah.
Right?
So Dave wants to know where they could get some VP Customs merch.
I think he's asked it like 5 times and nobody's answered.
Yeah.
For Dave.
So, we have a site, VPCustoms.threadless.com. Yep.
Yeah, so right now we just start doing like a drop ship kind of thing because we have no way of gauging how many shirts you want to buy. It's just so much easier. We're just like, if there's a problem, you can reach out to us. We can help fix it. That's about it.
Yeah. We're a little third party.
until
do
we can get a much better read on the whole merch thing is when we'll start
Yeah.
handling merch in-house per se.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
But for
what
now, it's
most
just not worth it for us.
that's what most people probably do for a lot of times. Unless I know some that a couple channels that people that they do they'll do local merch and they'll just buy it before going on a road trip.
That's
stuff
fun.
like that. But other than that, the drop.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, I feel like at this point we don't have much merch sales, so it probably would be easy enough to do it ourselves at this point. But
It's still not worth it for us.
Yeah.
Because we don't know who's going to buy how many 5 shirts, how many 5
that's
extra larges or 1 medium.
It's a big investment.
Well, you got to watch that. I mean, Ty from Tennessee has said it best, and I keep his quotes or his and other people's quotes in my description of my videos. He says, YouTube will make you a millionaire if you're a billionaire. So
it takes money.
So if I'm broke, I'm going to stay broke.
Exactly.
And most people usually, when they can't sell it, they give it to their friends and stuff. So, they're losing more than they are gaining.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
it's true.
This just seemed like the easier way for now. So, yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
But just so everybody knows, back to the before we got ruptured on the break of the sonic boom in the air there, Ray.
Yeah, well.
No, I'm just messing with you. But no, we had our next workshop is going to be if Des, you're in here, you can chime in. I can't remember the exact date, but I think
she left.
Okay, yeah, I think it's in March, the second week of March, I think. But we're doing affiliations and sponsorship stuff. So
yeah, right on.
Okay,
teaching a class on how to get, because you all know YouTube doesn't make the money. It's the affiliations and sponsorships and things like that. That's where you can really
100%.
Make money. So
100%.
Yeah. I mean, if that was something we wanted to do, how would we reach out to you to be a part of that?
I'll hit you. I've already followed you on Instagram. I'll hit you up after this.
Great.
Okay.
Very good. Thank you.
Good. Perfect.
Absolutely.
And you'll get some stickers in the mail too, soon.
Oh,
I like stickers.
Yeah.
Oh, right on. Then,
I think most of everybody here does stickers. I don't. I ain't even got a logo. I ain't even got a logo. I've been doing this 2 years and I still ain't got a logo.
Tanya, I got a sticker for your bike.
Go back, Ray, and check. We actually did a workshop on that too.
Yeah. I just don't. I do so much. I don't want it just on like a motorcycle though. I want something different,
Yeah.
I like the skull. I don't know what it says. I can't see what it says.
Is there life after death?
They said I don't. I know. Keep my mouth shut. I'm gonna hush. Doc, you're dirty minded.
All
right.
I'm sorry, I did not.
Okay, it says, "Is there life after death? Fuck with this bike and find out."
Yes, I love it.
I will.
My language all the way.
Get some in the mail for you and Eric with my other logo sticker as well, with some poker chips.
Perfect.
I love it.
Thank you.
Yes, perfect. Totally my style.
I'm just branding my name. That's it. I don't want a logo. That's my logo, my name. So.
Well, you did. I mean, I like what yours there with Ray's Motor Life. It's great because I'm working on changing mine because I don't like putting my whole name out there in just public view. It's just a security thing.
Yeah.
Well,
You being ex-military, I thought you'd know better than that, Toby.
Oh, I know it's been bugging the hell out of me, but you until you come, I don't want to come up with a bunch of stuff. That doesn't work. I've got something working now that's doing it. So,
Kelpfire, when I see you at Americade, I definitely have one of these for you. I don't know if you guys know Kelpfire at all. She's awesome.
She's badass.
Yep.
Cool. We'll have to check her out. All right, guys. Well, thank you very much. We got to run, get home to the babies. It was nice meeting everyone.
Hey, you too, buddy.
You guys, thanks for coming on. Like I figured, it was going to
be
a good laugh fest. It was. I enjoyed every minute of it.
Go check out Ray's Motor Life.
No, everybody, if you haven't done so already, go to VPCustoms
for sure.
Check out their
content. All right, guys. Take care.
Yep. If you've earned the
Have a
click
good night.
and if they earn the click and the like, please like and subscribe to their channel. They are hilarious. They're funny.
Yes.
And I
We
find them to be
appreciate
very
it very
genuine.
much.
Eric
Thank
and
you
Tanya,
very
have a
much.
good
Thanks
night.
for
Take care of
having
your
us,
baby.
everyone.
Thank
We'll take care of your baby.
Anytime,
Enjoy the
guys.
videos.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
They are awesome. Like
Yeah.
I said it before, I'm going to say it again. They're just hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they are funny.
And they're like that in their videos. So if anybody wants to join in, Keltfire, DDK, Bry the Biker, HDAV Traveler, there's
Like
the
I
link.
said,
Come on in.
I'm just up
Love
to
to
them
have
for
you guys
over a
come
year, and they go to a lot. They do a lot of those bike nights and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
I like
I
when
mean,
she tries to ride his bike. Her feet are a little short on his, on his bike, and
They're hilarious.
yeah,
They really are.
they do some good content. And I like it because they're constantly in the garage doing some kind of upgrade or doing something different to one of the bikes that they have,
Yeah.
And that's their date night, believe it or not.
Well, they do it late at night when their kids
Yeah.
are asleep, so they're half punchy then. Plus, they're a little
That's
bit,
punchy.
so that adds to the hilarity of it.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're
And,
entertaining.
So what's the weather like for everybody there tomorrow?
I'm riding tomorrow.
75 and
Hell yeah.
sunny.
Wet and windy.
72 here, sunny.
We didn't ask you what the
75 and
woman's.
sunny.
We didn't ask you what the woman's like. We asked you what the weather's like.
Oh well,
Mhm.
he 75.
You said wet and windy.
Oh, wet and windy. Yeah. He said, "I don't mind if you smoke while I eat, honey."
I don't know about that, Brian.
Doc, what's the weather going to be like for you?
Cold, rainy, and flurries.
No, man. Sorry.
No, you're not. You're going to enjoy your.
I'll be thinking about you when I'm out on a run tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's all right. I'll be thinking about you the whole week and a half I'm down in Daytona.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
hard.
Hey, that
That was
picture,
hard.
the pictures I
mean,
got
if you
earlier.
wanna go there. I could go there.
The pictures I got.
No.
Hey, those pictures I got earlier of my mechanic doing my bars, man.
Those were nice.
He called me and he was like, "Can you run down here for a minute? Are you home?" I was like, "Yeah." And he's just like half a mile down the road. I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Well, I want you to sit on the bike and so I can set the bars. That way we don't have to, do it.
Do it
I
again.
don't want to take this stuff off again when you get down here to pick it up and they're not set right." So I ran down there and we set them where I wanted them. And so, man, he's like, "They'll be done soon." So,
Nice.
yeah, I tell you, I'm ready.
Well, hey, Dr. Harley, I appreciate you letting me get on there real quick, even though it was a short one. I have an early morning tomorrow, so I can't stay on too late. Y'all have a great night.
Hey, Toby, buddy, it's good
Same
seeing
here,
you, man.
too.
See you again, bro.
It's
Have
good
a good
talking with
night.
you too yesterday morning. What's that?
Night,
Yeah.
Toby.
Hey, Toby, remember, incoming always has the right of way.
That's right.
That's bad.
It's a true story.
Y'all have a good night.
All right, buddy.
You got to tell us now.
Hey, you got to get me to stay on because I want to know.
Yeah, right.
Oh, no. You're talking like a 69 Juliet, like an in-flight missile repairman or impact area tester. I got you.
Yeah. Mortar rounds coming in. They got
Oh,
the
yeah.
right of way, man.
Yep.
They will not yield for nobody.
Mm.
It took me a second. It's late.
I was gonna say y'all are talking language I don't know, so I'll just shoot and run and duck.
Oh, good night, Toby.
So I have a good question, Doc.
What's that, buddy?
Thinking about selling my bike, to get another one. Want to downsize a little bit because of my hip, but I got high mileage on it.
Okay.
So I really don't know what to ask for. I got a lot of money put in it, but I'll never get that back, as we know.
No.
What year's the bike?
So what do you think?
What year is the motorcycle?
09 Ultra Classic Firefighter Edition,
Okay.
81,000.
1,000 miles.
Yep.
Ask 10 grand. It's a firefighter edition.
Yeah, but I bought my 07 with 40,000 miles on it for like 5,800. So, yeah, you could ask probably between 75 and 8 with the mileage. Maybe I don't know if you got a lot of upgrades. You may get 9.
Yeah, I
like
got
I said,
some.
You can
That's
ask 10
10.
and probably take 9.
Yeah, ask 10 and then negotiate from there.
If you really, always, if you really, what number you want, always go up, of course, above your
Yeah.
number. And then when they act like they feel like they're talking you down, they feel like they're getting a good deal, and you're really getting the number you want. So,
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, that's the way to do it.
You'll get more out of it that way than what you would on trade, I imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just talked to the Harley here, and they offered me $4,000 in trade, and I walked right away from them.
Yeah.
Yeah, which means you're going to put it up on the floor for 8.
You get more on Facebook.
8 to 9.
Yeah. You'll get more on Marketplace.
Yep. Hello.
And I just
Don
put another
Life.
1,000 in it, so.
Yeah.
My Don Life is there. Welcome, bro.
I would sell it personally, like you selling it to somebody. That's what I'd do. You get more out of it. So, what do you want to upgrade to, though? I mean, what do you want to downgrade to? A smaller size or something, or
maybe just a little small, not too much, because I gotta have bags. I'm just too used to having bags, Plus, my wife carries too much shit. So I'm really undecided.
Do you have to have a fairing?
I would like to have a fairing, but if I'm going to get a fairing, I might as well just keep the damn bike.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand what you're wanting to downgrade to with bags unless you get like a Heritage or something.
Well, yeah, that's what I was thinking, of Heritage or something, or not really sure yet, but
Road King.
Yeah, Road King. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you can get a Road King with bags and then just get a windshield.
I mean, I think a Road King weighs just as much, though, don't it?
About.
No,
I'd say
you don't have the fairing and
40, 50 pounds less. Yeah, it doesn't weigh that as much, but it's not far from it, but it's not too bad. I mean,
there you go. My Dunlop says I was looking at an 08 anniversary of low mileage, but not in the best shape. Motorcycle shop wanted $10K.
Okay.
Road Glide 3, Bryce says, or your wife says, a truck. Yeah. I mean, you can get it or get a track kit.
I got one in my backyard.
I mean,
I'm actually going to sell it. I just don't like the third wheel. That's only reason why I'm not putting it on there. Plus, I don't think I'm really ready for a trike yet.
Well, you got to do a lot more steering instead of leaning.
Yeah.
So,
yep.
I was out on my buddy's trike and I liked it, but nah. I don't know. I'm still a scraper. I like to scrape, man.
Yeah. I don't know. Then I'd have to either tell you to go with a Road King or a Heritage, or keep what you got. Really, I mean, just kind of. If you really was going to get rid of it, I would probably go to a Heritage or a Classic or something like that. Some kind of soft tail Heritage or something. And
what you could do is, get the quick detach for the tour pack. Get that off of there.
I have that already. I did that.
You could remove the fairing if you really don't want the radio. Do like a Road King headlight on it. Do like a Road King conversion.
Right.
Yeah.
It's the same frame.
Right. Well, I'm going to make a decision probably by next season. Yeah. I'm going to get what I get out of it now. I just got a lot of money put into it, and damn, I hate to lose that money,
Yeah, well, every time you put money into a bike, guaranteed you're going to lose it.
Oh, yeah, you might as well just throw it out the window. Yeah.
Because if you go to trade it in, they're going to say, oh, well, you got custom stuff on it. That ain't as much. And then when they turn around and sell it, oh, look at these custom bars and these custom seats.
Yeah.
Check the price up. It's like,
It's already done for you.
Yeah. I mean, that's how they get you.
I got a buddy of mine. He just bought
out there, and that's why they're going to sell it to you for $15K because it's got all the best parts on it.
Yeah, it's already got stage 3 on it.
Trade it in, and if it was all stock, would give you so much more money and blah blah blah.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yep.
It is what it is.
DDK says it's just a freewheeler with a shark nose.
Yeah.
DDK, what year is your motorcycle?
He bought it new in 1906, right? DDK, I'm only teasing, buddy.
I was talking to that guy down there in that shop today, and I was asking him if he did stage twos and stuff. He said, "Yeah, a 2014, okay." Because he told me to tell you. I was telling him that, you know, my buddy was asking what he did, and he said he did everything. So he said give him a call, and he'll talk to you about if you want to do a stage 2 or whatever.
Much love, respect, DDK. Much love and respect, bro. And you're right, I am.
DDK built his own original Harley Davidson shit. Brian, you should have.
Oh, that's even worse than what I said.
Yeah.
Hey, Chip, how you doing? Welcome to the show.
I said, that ain't a garage, it's a woodshed. Who's coming in? Damn, there's double.
That's my buddy Chip. He's trying to come on. Something happened. I got knocked off.
Yeah.
You know who PA reminds me of?
No.
An older version of Lex Luthor off of Superman.
Hey, is this echoing because of me?
Do what?
Is it echoing because of me?
I don't have an echo.
I don't have anything. Yeah, I don't have an echo.
Right. I checked myself off or something. Chip, come on alive. That's a buddy. He's a buddy of mine.
Yeah, come on in, Chip.
Oh, is it?
Here's the link.
I was wondering who it is. I hadn't seen him before.
Neither have I.
Don't forget to click that like and subscribe button.
Yeah, buddy.
He said, give him a minute. Yeah, I just want to jump on and support you, Doc. I got to jump off here and deal with this crazy house. So we just got done eating taco bowls.
It's only crazy because of that.
It's
That's
making
where the
its way
belch
out.
came from.
No, it came from my Coca-Cola and my whiskey in it.
Yeah, mixed with tacos.
Ray and I spent 3 hours together earlier on the Bent Rim podcast.
Yeah,
that was a good time, Ray.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, we had a good time, man. I like, if I'm not doing nothing, I can jump on somebody's and have a good time, it's always fun to do something.
Well, that's kind of like I jumped on. I wanted them to know, they get these people that, type stuff, on their videos and stuff and comments. I think it's good for the content creator to see, okay, who is this person?
Yeah. They know, you don't know. They really don't know what we look like and who we are.
Right.
Excuse me, gentlemen. I had to go put the dog up on the bed.
Yeah, no worries.
Gentlemen, where?
Yeah, really. Who the hell's a gentleman? I'm not a gentleman. I'm a Mongol.
Look at that XAN biker when he said that.
All right, I got to get off here, guys. Thank you, Doc.
All right, Ray. Good to see you, buddy.
All right, buddy. Hey, to everybody in the side chat, man, have a good night, and I hope you have a good day tomorrow. XAN, buddy.
Tomorrow, Ray.
Yeah, see you later, Ray.
All right, guys.
Go, Nene.
Yeah, that's what I got here. Coke, Jack and Coke.
Go,
Trying to make
Nene.
the Coke taste better.
All 3 babies right there. Go, Nene.
We'll mute that for now.
Oh.
So was I wrong, man? Those Eric and Tanya, they're awesome. They're funny.
They are. They are. Yeah,
I enjoy all their content.
I've been following them for 8 months or more now. So
I stumbled across their channel about a month ago.
Oh yeah.
Or less than a month ago. And I watched one video, and it was them changing out the brake calipers.
Oh
and
yeah.
When I laughed so hard, I enjoyed that content so much, I binge watched it for 4 hours that day.
Yeah, they talked about putting in a Crown Royal bag.
Yeah, and I was like, I gotta get them on my channel. All I could do is ask. If they come on, they come on. If they don't, they don't.
Yeah.
And they were gracious enough to come on. So I was like, oh, right on. Thank you.
Yeah.
You know, they had
Yeah, they're good people, man.
Yeah, they had to work out the babysitter and all that. And I really appreciate that.
Yeah. I know they've done a couple of daytime ones out in their driveway, to where they, the kids that show up, no
Yep.
problem. But when they're actually working out in the garage, I can understand wanting to wait,
Yeah. Well, they got the mom and dad thing they got to do,
Yeah. Oh,
That's
yeah.
more important. They got little ones.
Yep.
I don't have kids, so
No.
I come home from work and I go to work in the garage.
All right. Well, 3 of mine are up and grown. Then my 14-year-olds, they live with their grandparents. So.
Yep. So, Project Spaceball update, everybody.
Yeah, I want to know.
I'm picking the motor up on Saturday from the dealer. It's in Bristol, Connecticut. I
Good.
pick it up on Saturday. It is coming to the OR. It's going to be going into surgery for me to put all my Go Fast goodies in it and take out the Screaming Eagle stock-ish goodies out, and then put my freshly powder coated parts on it, and then the motor's going to sit until I come back from Daytona.
Yeah.
I was going to try and get it done, the major part of the swap done on Sunday, and then finish it up during the week and get it to go down to Daytona. But I'm like, you know what? Then I'm rushing, and I don't want to rush.
Right. Did you find somebody with a pickup?
Yes.
Okay.
The guy I'm actually going to Daytona with.
Okay.
He's going to bring his trailer by. We're going to go get the motor, come back, and then that Saturday we're going to be, doing maintenance on his trailer. And
well, I started saying, if nothing else, you go get one of those $19 U-Hauls, just the small U-Haul.
Yeah, but I can't pull my car.
No, the trucks.
Oh yeah.
Chip said he's working on a bike now.
They got little vans even,
That's okay. You can get on with the cell phone. I've worked on bikes and jumped on lives. Hey, Corey, welcome back.
Come on, Chippers.
And good stuff.
Oh yeah.
I can't wait to get that motor going. I really can't. It's going to be. I honestly, I can't wait to get it off the dyno. To be honest with you.
So the parts that you're going to be putting on the engine, you've already got them all powder coated and everything?
Oh yeah. Oh
okay.
yeah. Yeah. If you look on my community tab, you'll see all the gold powder coating I did.
Yeah.
And
Looks
I got
nice.
a much larger camshaft for that bike. And let's see, I got roller rocker arms for that bike, cam plate oil pump.
Hold on.
SNS,
you're getting a 131 and you're going to put another different cam in it yet?
Yep. With roller rocker arms.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. It's going
You're one to go plaid, that's for sure.
That's why it's got the nickname Project Spaceball. I'm probably going to get a custom derby cover made. It's going to say Spaceballs, the bike.
Yeah. You're not going with the turbo though.
If the budget can afford it in the next couple of years, absolutely.
Okay.
I'd like to get that bike over 200 horse.
It can be done.
Oh yeah.
Well, it could be put on the moon if I threw enough money at it.
Yeah.
Hey, Chip's here. Hey,
Hey,
Chip.
fellas.
Welcome.
Chip,
Okay, Chip. Tell us who you are, where you're from, and what do you do?
I'm Chip. I'm from PA, South Central, and I work on bikes, and I also drive truck.
Nice.
Just a fun little hobby.
What, driving trucks or working on bikes?
Both.
Yeah. Now, I'm going to be down in Gettysburg for the bike week, Chip.
I will be there.
yeah, him and I are going to be there.
All right. So you're going to bring in my meet and greet on Saturday?
Yep.
Awesome. I'll have stickers and poker chips. And It's probably going to go from like 12 to 3 over there at the picnic tables at the vendor village over by the stage.
Cool.
Same spot where Meg had hers last year. It was a good spot.
Yeah.
I like the Johnny Cash T-shirt.
Thank you.
So Chip, show them what you're working on.
Made it to. What's that?
Show them what you're working on.
Can I switch my camera around?
No, I don't know. It's not my camera,
I
bud.
can turn it off.
turn the
I'll just
phone.
flip the whole phone. Right now I'm working on this.
Soft tail?
Yeah, unfortunately, like here's my problem. Like this isn't mine. It's just a really good friend of mine's. There's no key for this. But if I can turn it on and everything, lights and everything work, but I have nothing.
Really?
So I checked all the wiring because yesterday I didn't even have a headlight, and lo and behold, I now have a headlight because of this little ground screw was broke. So I put that on, and I followed most of like the wiring diagrams and stuff like that. But unfortunately, somebody has chopped the wiring to this thing ridiculously. Like the tanks that are on it aren't the original tanks, but they are cool. Yeah. But I was trying to follow all the wiring back to the start or the solenoid, and let me find a light because this is.
What year is the bike?
88.
Okay.
This is probably the most.
That's where all the wired bundles come together and plug into each other. Those usually get corroded and break.
Well, that's what I thought, but like obviously he needs a new ignition because you can just kind of turn this thing and go. But also, I feel like one of the not so smart things that Harley decided to do was this thing. They have a circuit breaker. Like this goes on the front of the fender. It actually sits like that. Well, that circuit breaker down there, that's what I was told can go bad.
Yep.
One of the hardest things to get to, but I even have power to that.
Okay. Power going in and out or just in?
Both.
Okay.
So whenever I go to the solenoid, the only one that I have power on is the one that obviously comes from the battery.
Right.
So somewhere in here, it's either the solenoid's bad or there's a wire broke.
Sounds like bad solenoid.
Well, let's keep it simple. The old KISS, right? When you make the start switch, does it complete the loop?
What do you mean?
You know, when you hit the start button,
there's a solenoid even
complete the circuit.
No, nothing's clicking, nothing's doing anything.
Right. But I'm just saying, you're gonna have to get a meter on it.
Oh yeah, because I have power. I took the handle, or not the hand, the grip apart yesterday.
Okay.
And I have power running to it, to the on and off switch, and I have power on the actual starter button.
Okay.
And it shuts off whenever I turn off the button itself. But the problem I'm having now is it's a black wire that runs from up here, from like up at the handle grip down through, but like it's tight.
Right.
And I got a feeling that somewhere in there, I was trying to get this off, but I think it's somewhere within that, the wire changes color. By, I'm assuming, somebody that kind of just put it back together.
All right.
But in order to do that, I've got to take off both tanks because the wire runs under the tanks and then up through the spine.
Okay.
Could it be in the run switch then? your emergency shut off?
No, because whenever I like flip that switch on and off,
Yeah.
I either have power to the start switch or no power.
Okay.
So I know at least up to this point I've got it, but it could also be the fact that I keep losing my light.
Well, when you hit the start switch, the lights will turn off and then back on once its bike restarts.
Right, but if you look at this mess, like I've got the circuit breakers.
Yep.
Most of these have, like, I've got 12 to this one, and this one.
Mm-hmm.
And then one of them's like the lights. But the other problem I have is, like, if you turn it too much, the lights will just blink. But whenever I hit the switch, like, my lights don't go off, nothing's dimming,
Right.
nothing like that.
That's
So
what
it's
makes
like,
you think it's either the switch on the tank or the start switch on the handlebar.
it could very well be the switch on the tank, because if you turn it the right way, you'll get nothing.
And that's a video I watched too the other night, and it said the same thing, that the little connectors up underneath they were worn.
Which it's from the 80s, so it very well could be.
Yeah. So,
but like, I don't have the only ones. Actually, I'll just do this quick run real quick because I can't remember. I think it's just the bottom one that shows me voltage. Because I have, which one is it? It's just some of the frustrating things to go through. But I wanted to make sure it wasn't like an expensive fix for it.
Well, unfortunately, at this point, you have to, the switch on the tank. He doesn't have a key for it. He wants a key. They're pretty inexpensive to buy. Get one of those, put it in, and see if that fixes it. If that doesn't fix it, okay, at least now that's a known good spot. And then work your way up to the handlebars and then back down towards the starter.
Yeah, see, the only one that I have 12 volts on is the top one, which is coming directly from the battery.
You're right.
I don't have any voltage on. I don't know. There's like a green wire on here, but for some reason I can't find that one within the bike.
Corey wants to know, when was the last time the bike was running?
When you drove it to your house, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's been running off and on, but now the only way to get it running is to jump this solenoid.
Okay. So it's got to be,
if the
one of three things.
If the solenoid jumped in it, that's probably what it is.
No, because there's two other places where it has to make for that solenoid to turn over. One is the ignition on the tank.
Mm-hmm.
The second is the kill switch. And the third would be the start switch. And then you could throw in the relay / breaker that's on the back fender.
Which, like I said, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I'll double check again quick, but I'm almost positive I have 12 volts coming out of both of them.
DDK brings up a good point. How are the grounds? Did you clean the grounds and everything?
Honestly, I drove it here and kind of like I started to clean it up a bit and rewire some things because the guy bought another. He bought a bagger, and this thing has probably sit for
A year at least.
at least, well, probably 2 years, and it doesn't get ridden. It's just sitting there rusting away.
Mhm.
But
you do have a power probe, right?
yeah,
Corey was asking. That's why I asked you.
yeah, no, that's fine. It, as far as the grounds, I mean, it could very well possible. I mean, like, we have an automotive negative on there.
Yep.
Anything's possible with this.
Well, I would check it where on both sides of that ground. There are also chassis grounds throughout the bike. I would check those.
Okay. Because, yeah, I was running into that with the headlight the other day, and I don't even know why I looked at it. But I seen, because I slid the neck apart a little bit and put a little bit of grease in it. And I just have, like, before I unscrewed anything with the neck, I looked over and there was just a wire hanging there and it looked like it was broken off. So I started looking for it and fixed it. And now I got a headlight.
Oh, there you go.
So I just got like a plethora of bikes in here that 2 of them need worked on and 2 of them ain't mine.
Gotcha.
But this one's really fun to do wheelies on. So if you can ever get a trike, you got to pull a wheelie.
Oh, absolutely. Now that we don't own the trike, I've done a few wheelies on my wife's little trike. So,
Well, hopefully get it figured out.
oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's either that or it has to be something simple. I mean, it could also be that
Probably is.
there's grease that's still on here since the bike was new. That's like all over the frame and everything else. Could be stopping the ground.
Could be.
Yeah.
Or corrosion.
Right. I haven't cleaned it, but I'm thinking possibly taking the tanks and everything off because I'm trying to rewire some of it just because, like, I've got the way I've always looked at a bike, the easiest way to do any wiring or anything is keep all your hot wires red, your lights blue, and anything ground or goes to ground black. There's not too much more with it, but unfortunately this thing's got pink wire, yellow, orange, green, blue.
Then you got the VOS, which is part of your ignition, which is a vacuum operated switch. That has a power and a ground to it. It's like 6 volts. There's all other electronics in there. Not like the old school choppers where all you need is 4 wires and your bike's running.
Yes. That and the circuit breakers are you can't just like run to any AutoZone or Walmart and pick up a bunch of circuit breakers.
Nope. They put those in because back then there was glass fuses. They weren't the plastic fuses that we see today. And they self-reset after they trip, which is nice, but when they're weak or they're worn out, they're not going to self-reset, which is another problem. So,
is there a way to upgrade this to a fuse box?
yes, but not easily. Because you'll have to figure out, well, not really a fuse box, but everywhere that you have a circuit breaker, you'd have to replace that with that type of amp fuse.
Okay.
And that just makes a bigger wiring nightmare and a mess.
It does. I think probably one of the dumbest things they did was put that one all the way back behind the oil tank.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass.
Because
it does run if you start it.
yeah, if I jump the solenoid, I can't see comments or anything. Oh, there we go. Nope, wrong button. I can jump the solenoid and it'll start right up, or not the solenoid. Yeah, the solenoid.
Good night, Apple Glide.
I was kind of thinking, just for the time being, so it can be ridden, because at high speeds it also shakes. So
that could be tires, that could be wheel bearings, that could
exactly. That could be a number of things, but I'm trying to narrow it down because, like I said, the bike was a gift to a friend of ours, and it's got a lot of sentimental value, but he just lets it sit because he's got a brand new bike.
Yeah.
And
now it becomes your problem.
He doesn't. Well, yeah. But it's also more of like a safety thing because if he puts his old lady on the back and it starts vibrating, it's just not something that's safe.
Right.
But once it's back running normally, and I figure out the shakes and everything else with it, I'm sure he'll ride it at least once a year.
Yeah. So, the first thing I do is figure out the electrical. And then after that, it's then your vibration, which most likely tires because it sits a lot. So it's probably got flat spots in it. Tires are probably dry rotted.
Not only that, but I think the tire that's on there in the back is the original one that he got it with.
Right.
So
shelf life of tires are 3 to 5 years.
Yeah, that thing's way out. Oh, and also the horn stopped working, so I do think it's a ground thing too.
Yep. HCAV Traveler says once a year. Damn, that sucks. Yeah, for that poor bike.
Yeah, that's kind of like I got mine. Don't mind the mess. We just like moved into a new place a couple months ago. But mine, that thing's just like under a bunch of shit right now because somebody tried to put a new clutch in it but didn't replace the springs and then wrote it after that. So the clutch completely, exactly. So the only issue that I have
plates and reuses the old steel plates.
Right. The issue that I'm gonna have with it is I pulled the clutch plates out however they were in there and like left them in the basket so when I get new ones I can put it back in. But at the same time, if they didn't replace the springs on it, I'm not 100% sure that the order that they put those clutches in is correct.
Well, it should start friction, steel, all the way out and end with a friction.
Yeah, this one didn't end with a friction.
Hey, Doc, I'm going to go ahead and pop on out.
XAM Biker, thank you for coming on. I appreciate you, brother.
Oh, no problem.
Take care, man. Good seeing you.
But yeah, I don't know. They're fun little projects.
It sounds aggravating to me.
It is. And that's like, I ended up, because I couldn't get my hand in there to check it right. So I ended up taking the back fender, the backrest, everything off. And now I'm kind of thinking it almost looks better as a bobber.
Yeah.
It's got that long fender that goes 3/4 of the way.
Yeah, it's probably got the bobtail, right?
Yeah. Yeah. not the short one that like comes straight out.
Right. It's
But
got
it,
that
it
little flare
flares
at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the bobtail.
Next week.
But
So you got a
on a
nice little
positive
project
note,
ahead of you.
oh yeah.
Nah, I'd rather do my motor swap over that any day of the week.
Yeah.
Tell them what you're
I
doing
mean,
there, Doc. Tell them what you're doing.
I have a 2020 Lowrider S as my secondary bike,
ooh,
and it has a 114 for the stage 2. And bike's only got 5,500 miles on it, so I have to take the motor out
why?
because I'm putting a 131 in it.
Ooh.
But before I put the 131 in it, I'm putting in an extremely large camshaft with titanium valve springs, roller rocker arms, larger injectors, cam plate oil pump, S&S tappet cuffs. So
I'm waiting to hear turbo.
Oh yeah, that's coming in a couple of years.
I was watching. I was scrolling through the old clock app, and there's these guys on there. There's what is it? It's either Beards and Bikes or Bikes and Beards.
Bikes and
Bikes and beards.
Yeah, he just put. They bought 2. And here's a fun fact: I didn't know police bikes were completely stock. They
Yes,
only
they
put
are.
out 60 horsepower.
Yep.
So might as well ride a bicycle. They put 2. Well, they attempted to put 2 turbos on 2 little turbos into 1 main turbo on a police bike.
On the Road King, right?
I think, yeah.
Yeah, it's still Appalachian Harley did all that work. It's sitting on the floor up there now.
Yep.
I thought that looked familiar because whenever they took it off the trailer, like for some reason, Appalachian Harley is like one of the most, like it doesn't matter what angle you take a picture of that place, it's so recognizable.
Yeah.
But they also did, he bought an Orange County chopper bike, which to me, they're just a waste of money. It just has a stock Evo motor.
Yep.
He tried to run racing fuel and jet fuel in it.
He toasted that motor. I seen that video.
Oh yeah. Which was probably
Corporal
the best thing
punishment
for
with
it.
the bike from Orange County Chopper. That bike sold brand new from OCC for $80,000. 15 years later, he bought that bike for $8,000.
I can believe that. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I like the show and the drama that it brought. I've ridden one chopper my entire life, and I don't. If I'm on a straight stretch, cool. But once you got to try to turn around and go through turns, it's just not.
Well,
to me, it's not comfortable.
Geometry is done right for your front end, then you could turn that around easily. U-turns, carved canyons.
Yeah, this was probably.
But the rake and trail has to be done right.
Right. I don't know. I thought about, because we got a Sportster over here. It's got the Evo engine. The bike is it's rough. Like, we got zip ties holding this bad boy on. But it comes complete with a cup holder.
There you go.
I was thinking about, depending on if the guy wants to get rid of it, doing Peter Fonda's chopper with that.
Captain America.
Talking. Zoom, say hi.
Hi, Jamie.
I'll be up here in a little bit.
That's his voice.
She's dull, baby.
She's yelling at
yeah,
you.
I was.
You're not playing with the motorcycles.
Yeah. Huh? No, I'm not. I'm gonna get it in a minute. I forgot.
Oh, you're in trouble.
But no, I've always had a thing for that, like that style with that bike.
Yep.
So I was thinking, why not a 1200 Sportster?
It's a good start. It's good. It's a good donor bike for that type of build.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't know. The market for
problem
bikes
is-
is so up and
the
down.
problem is with building that bike, the chrome plating shops are disappearing,
Yes.
and that frame was chrome plated.
Yeah. So it's not. And that's where I'm conflicted because I hate chrome. I know everybody's gonna yell.
No, I'm with
If I
you.
could have an entire black, like my version of cleaning a motorcycle is whatever puddle I can go through. Me and chrome don't get along, but I don't know if I'd want to commit to a chrome frame. But in order to get that look, I would have to.
If you're going to reproduce the Captain America bike, it has to be a chrome frame.
Yeah. Maybe
And
I
it
could
has
do
to
like
be a rigid
yeah.
and a 2.5 gallon peanut tank.
I've seen so many of them online that are just like if you're gonna claim it to be a replica, it needs to be identical to the original.
Yep.
There's bikes on Facebook Marketplace that are like the one guy said Easy Rider replica, but the frame's not chrome.
Right.
Like he's got I couldn't even tell you what kind of frame it is, but like right after this, like his tank is all but vertical. Like it comes off the seat and then just shoots straight up. And it's like that's not even it doesn't even look the same.
Yeah, well, the Easy Rider bike, Captain America, I believe the front of the tank sat on the frame, on the backbone of the frame. It didn't wrap around the frame.
Right. I don't know, because like there's two iconic bikes that I've always fell in love with, and it was that one, and of course the one in Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Man.
Yep.
That it's the only thing I didn't really care for is the seat that he had on it, because it was, I mean, obviously he was a racing type person, but I don't know. I plan on riding more than 30 seconds.
Yep. So, hold on. If you actually want to reproduce that bike, that Evo motor is not what you want. Because what you want is a panhead, because that bike was a panhead.
That's what I thought.
I mean, it could be a modern style. I would never call it a replica, especially if I'm using a Sportster for it.
Why isn't it? Hold on. There it is. So if you see, it's a panhead.
Oh yeah.
With a chrome frame, raked out front end.
Bam.
Yeah, but what
and I was
frame is
wrong.
that
The
on
tank
to
does
do
wrap
that?
around the frame.
What
Yeah,
is
I
that
thought it sat
beside
on
him?
top.
What's that?
What is the bike beside him? I don't remember that.
Oh, that's the other panhead that was in the movie.
Okay. Okay. I would have to rewatch that movie. It's been so long.
Yeah. Rick says the original Harley Davidson Marble Man bike was at the show in St. Louis. And XAN, Ray's Motor Life, and he has a vid of it on their channels.
No.
I might have to take a look at it. Because, like, I don't remember what museum it's in now. But I was looking up pictures of it the other day. And like I said, the only uncomfortable thing that I feel is on it is the seat.
Oh, it's a rigid.
Yeah, I mean, it's uncomfortable either way, but
yeah,
at least have some kind of comfort.
Seat with about 3 inches of cushion. That's it.
Yeah. Wait, which bike are you talking about?
The Captain America bike.
Yeah, I was talking about the Marlboro Man.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know though. I think the King and Queen seat would actually give you more comfort.
I wouldn't want to ride either of those bikes cross country.
Oh, hell no. Be pissed the blood out. Right, Doc?
I did after riding a Softail for 2,400 miles.
See, that's the kind of trip I want to go to. Like, we live in PA, and I want to ride to Sturgis.
I did that in 2010.
You're on the East Coast too, aren't you?
He's on Connecticut.
Oh, okay.
Not too far from where I'm from. A couple hours, maybe.
About an hour.
Yeah, about an hour, yeah.
I've done it in 25 minutes by motorcycle.
Man.
Yeah,
Great.
kidney belt.
Kidney belt.
I wasn't that smart to have one when I rode out to Sturgis.
Yeah, I would like to ride the Sturgis too. Actually, we were supposed to this past year, but it never happened.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I could, with my hip and back, I don't know if I could do that now.
Well, I'll tell you right now, if you were going to plan on going out now and you're going to look for like a hotel room, they're all booked.
Oh yeah.
They booked the day out, the last day of the rally for the next year.
Yep.
I think it'd be kind of cool just to like pack the bike with a tent. This way you can kind of just stop wherever you want to.
That's what I want to do.
That's how I did it, man. I had a bedroll. I put my socks and underwear in that. I had a tarp wrapped around my bedroll, and I pulled off on the side of the road. I put tarp from the sissy bar to the handlebars and down to the ground, and that's where I slept on the way out. Old school biker, man.
Yep. Like Adam Sandoval, remember? He did that.
Yeah, but I think he had a tent, though. An actual tent.
Yeah, he might have had a tent, but I know I've seen pictures of him having him and Scooter underneath the top off his bike.
Yep.
He's riding around now again. Now he's leaving next week.
Yeah. Yeah, and then the bike he's on, he's giving it away up at the 120th anniversary party.
Yep. Go ahead.
It's free to enter. All you have to do is meet him at one of the dealerships that he's stopping at, and you're entered.
Yep.
Where's he from?
Where's his campsite from?
Do we know the route he's going?
He's got it on his website.
Okay.
I believe it's adamsandoval.com.
Yeah. I actually talked to a couple people up at our local Harley shop to reach out to him because that's what he wants you to do. To talk to your local Harley shop, have them reach out to him and ask him to make that one of their stops. Whether they did or not, who knows?
Oklahoma.
Yeah, Oklahoma, yeah.
I'm gonna have to invest in a couple more Harleys, and then I can become a Harley shop. Then he can stop by here.
Yeah.
I think his route is already set.
Oh,
Yeah, I think he's done. I don't think he's taking any more on right now.
I'll have to look because if he's at one close, I'd definitely like to meet up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've met him before. I've met him a couple of times.
Well,
When he
I'm
did-
taking a trip down to New Jersey in April.
Yeah, that's
to meet up with Cycle Fanatics.
what I was telling you about, Chip.
And let's see, that is, let me get the date for that.
What
That
is
is April 29th at Bargain Harley Davidson. That's not too far for you guys.
No, that's in Jersey. It's like 2 hours from here, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, an hour if you're on a bike.
Yeah, where we ride, yeah. Yeah. I definitely plan on going to that.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to set up some things for the summer. Whether
Hey,
it's
I'll
like
be right
weekend
back. I gotta
trips
make
or
room for more cocktails.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, he's
whether
cool
it's
dude.
just a weekend trip, a day trip, I don't care.
Yeah,
I know it's
we're gonna
supposed
do
to be
something.
nice tomorrow, so
Yeah, hopefully we can get out.
be
Yeah.
nice. I don't.
I got to get up early and I got to go get some blood work done, which I totally forgot about. Good thing my wife remembered. And then I'm gonna come home. It should be about 60 by then.
Yeah, I gotta.
No.
I don't. I don't know if I don't want to get too personal on here, but I don't know if you talked to Bam.
No.
He's got his concussion thing tomorrow.
Oh, that, yeah. Yeah.
So I'm gonna go to him with it because
Okay.
memory.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, why doesn't she go?
I think she's like working in the OR or something. I don't know. I just told him I'd go because
Working
just
in the
a
OR.
lot of
That's
kids.
my shop, is the OR.
That's honestly that's
call it.
about to be what my garage is.
That's what I call my shop, the OR.
Yeah, yeah. He's got his own shop up there and he calls it the OR.
Well, the shop's in my garage.
Yeah.
That's where mine's
Oh, my
at.
camera's off.
But I've also got, unfortunately, we had this bright idea
Oh,
to go
yeah.
to Lowe's. I bought an entire pallet of shop lights, bathroom lights, ring lights, and
Any
the
other
guy
kind of
said
light
he
you want.
was, yeah, pretty much. He said he was
You gotta
interested
check
in
out.
it.
You gotta check out some of my videos with the lighting I have in my garage.
Oh, I want some of them. Those are
like
nice.
halogen or
No, they're all LED
okay.
and they're honeycomb shaped.
Oh, I kind of want to put some of these up in here. One for heat. Like I've got one air vent in here, but it gets cold and I don't like to sit down here. And for some reason, I don't know what happened to my heater that I had, but.
Well, here you go. Corey, I got those on Amazon. If you go to my video
Excuse
for
me.
shop upgrades that I did, I have a link directly into the Amazon site that brings you right to the lights. They come in white and blue. So, yeah. For heat, 2 words: mini split.
What is that?
It's a heating and air conditioning system. It mounts on your wall.
Oh yeah, I've heard
I
of
got
that.
one in the garage, and let me tell you, up to about down to 35 degrees, it works okay.
Okay. I mean, like the garage door and everything's insulated. It's not like cold.
Right.
Of course, it's also 40 some degrees outside, but. And the other problem I have is leaves. There ain't no leaves on the trees, but they're somehow all in my garage.
Yeah, I have that same problem.
Not me. Well, I do, but I got a blower. I blow them out.
Yeah, it seems like my neighbor's trees, like my tree was still full bloom, I had more leaves in my yard from my neighbor's trees than I do from my own.
Hold on, Corey. Let me see if I can find them for you real quick.
Yeah, they're pretty cool lights, man. I like them.
Yeah, I'll definitely take a look because I'm at some point I'm gonna get a motorcycle lift. Like I found one that I want, but I'm not 100% on it yet. But it's
I got my lifts from Discount Ramps, and they are the Black Widow.
Are they the wide ones?
Yes.
Like, would they fit a trike?
Yes.
Ooh. What's the retail on one of them?
Shipped was like $1,300 when I bought them. They've
That's
come down
it?
in price. Corey, there's the link for those lights. Oh, you already got it.
This thing would probably be so much better if I could look straight at it.
What's that?
Like I'm trying to look on the frame, like where all the grounding posts are, but
Yeah, that's where lighting is a help.
You should have took my jack home with you today, Chip.
yeah, I was gonna put that in my little car.
You know. We'll get it tomorrow to you. I'll bring it over.
Nice.
Damn, it's 10:30 already.
Is it? It's early.
Yeah. I didn't think it would. I thought it was really later than that.
Holy cow, those lights have come down in price because when I ordered them, they were $299.
What are they now?
23.
Yeah, I wish. I would like to have a set in my garage, but I ain't doing nothing in my garage until afterwards because I don't plan on staying here.
But those lights are modular. I got 3 kits. I put 2 kits together as one, and then I have a third kit set off to the side over another lift. I'm probably going to get 2 more whites and then a blue set, and that should finish off the whole garage nice. But I'll probably have to redo all the lighting to put it all together.
Right.
You know, they could have made at least some of these wires easily accessible. Like, is that too much to ask?
No. And yes, at the same time.
Yeah, right.
Like, oh, and here's another thing. So, on my hunt to try to get that rear fender circuit, I'm gonna try to do this at the same time. Whoops. Nope, that's not it. I found this thing that looks like it should have a relay plugged into it, but doesn't.
I could barely see it.
Yeah, I can't see it either.
Like it's just a plug. But there's no relay or anything plugged into that. And I can't find anything on it. Like of what it could be, should be. I just know whenever I turn the ignition on, I have power to that. And it's not like it affected the bike before because, well, the end of summer is when I brought it here.
Yep. Well,
so
best thing I can tell you to do is go to Facebook, and there's let me get you the exact naming here. Hold on. It is called Harley PDF Manual Trade and Share on Facebook.
Okay.
You could get service manuals, you could get shop manuals, you get electrical manuals, troubleshooting manuals. They have it all on there. And I suggest downloading the one for the electrical system on that. And then that will help you trace wires. Hey, then you'll know what wire. Hey, why is this hanging here? What's that go to? Oh, I know now.
Yeah. I think, unfortunately, I think the easiest and quickest way to do all this.
Later in a match.
Well, no, because it's still worth something. But honestly, would be to take the tanks off, get it down as much out of the way as I can, and start replacing each wire with from where it came from to where it goes, and like color coordinate it better.
Yeah, but I'm with Gremlin, man. An actual wiring diagram will help you out, because if someone's been in there and they chopped it all up, you don't know if something's crossed or not.
Right. All I know is as of right now, it's not running.
And the headlight turns on.
But it was. Yeah, and the headlight turns on. But I don't have the horn, and it just doesn't start. So it's got to be something within that circuit.
Yep.
Because I had the horn yesterday. I hit it by accident trying to flip the headlight switch. But the battery's unplugged. But now there's no horn, and it still don't start. I thought about just hooking 2 wires up to like a different start button to the solenoid and like put it under the tank. What is that? Light strips. That's cool.
But Gremlin also says take notes and pictures as you're messing around.
Oh, yeah. I did all that yesterday because I guess whoever did some of the work right before it was brought to me, they had the one from the solenoid. There's like, I think it's just 2 black wires, but there's one thick one that runs to the battery, and then there's another one that it runs in the same casing as that green wire. They had that one on the bottom
of the relay, or the
no, on the bottom of the solenoid.
Oh, okay.
And he couldn't figure out why it wasn't starting. Why the battery, like whenever you put it on charge, he's got one of those trickle chargers, but it just kept flashing, like it wouldn't stay solid. And I don't remember how I got to looking at it, but the rubber boot that goes over top of it fell off. And then I started looking at it and realized that wasn't right. But I don't know if that caused any damage to it, because like I said, I wrote it, brought it home and everything.
Yeah. Most likely not, because that wire probably would heat up and melt before anything else was damaged. Because I'm thinking it's like a 14 gauge wire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna definitely look up the wiring, because I've done some pretty shady things and fixed some things, but this is just becoming a headache.
Yeah. And without the wiring diagram, it's just going to get worse.
Yeah, because I mean, anything from, I'm going to say probably 2000, well, probably around 95, 97 up, things became easier, and like it was easier to diagnose. Pre-electric start days, those are really easy. And then anything above 2010 is just, unless you have something that can tell you where the problem is, you could be searching for hours.
Yep.
I would just put a push button start on it.
Oh, plunger.
Well, it already has one, but
yeah. I mean, couldn't you do that?
I mean, I can
but
do
it's
that.
not right.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be a workaround to write it, but it won't be right.
Right.
I'd like to find the original tags that cable this, though. Because these things, I don't know if you've ever ridden a Softail like this.
I had a 93.
This thing is the most uncomfortable reclining position I've ever been in. Like, I'm 5'7", but like whenever I ride this, and it's pretty much any Softail because it's got the forward controls, but my legs are stretched out, but my arms are like a T-Rex.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I don't know, I'm almost like in a sit back position. It'd be nice if these things came with mid controls.
Oh, I hate mid controls, and I'm 5'8".
I mean, they're not bad on like long rides, but I don't think it would look right with floorboards.
No. Hey, Corey, good night, buddy. Thanks for coming in.
Good night, Corey. Yeah, I'm probably going to jump off here too. I got to get up early.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to get the kids to school.
Yeah, right now. Hey, congratulations on your new house, man.
Appreciate it. It's next time I jump on, I'll have to show you the project I was working on.
Yeah, I have a live every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. That's, however, in March, I'm going to be down in Daytona. So that'd be March the 8th, which is my birthday. I will be doing a live, but not one like this. It'll be on,
right,
like Roman Reporter type live.
I got you. Is Daytona worth all the
every Sunday at noon, which that might change till later in the day, to like 8 o'clock at night or 7 o'clock at night.
Okay.
Because I'm going to be asking my subscribers, do you like the videos dropping Sundays at noon? Would you like to see them later? Would you like to see them on another day? I want to let all the subscribers say, hey, this is when I like to see the videos drop.
Gotcha. Is the Daytona Bike Week, is that worth all the hype?
Yeah. It's a party rally. It's not a riding rally because it's Florida.
Right.
But it's a party rally. And, you have coastlaw wrestling, bikini contests, bar crawls.
It's funny because that's where my wife's from, but she's never been to Daytona Bike Week.
No kidding.
I mean, she's not really, so to speak, biker scene.
Okay.
But anytime I go out riding, she's right there with me.
Yeah, right on. My old lady's, she's into the biker scene. When I was in the club, she'd come to the clubhouse, hang out. We go in, she'd go hang out with all the wives and let me do what I have to do.
Yeah, that's my wife too.
I mean, that's kind of how mine is, but like when it comes down to it, she doesn't like leather. I call her Hollywood for a reason. But like she supports everything I do, but
yeah. Well, I don't wear much leather, to be honest with you.
I don't either. Like I got coveralls for winter riding just because they don't get tight on me.
Carhartt, right?
Yep. Like I have last year I can't find my bibs anywhere. That could be because I'm moving. But for the most part,
I have anything for a couple years.
Yeah, well, I got my Carhartt. I guess they're just regular pants. Like they're coverall material, but they're just from waist down.
Right.
But I don't feel any wind through them. They don't get that cold.
Oh, right on, man.
So, but yeah, I look forward to seeing you in Gettysburg.
Yeah, it'd be a good time. I always have a good time down there, you know.
Yeah, I wish Carlisle would bring theirs back.
Well, they did last year, so we'll see what happens.
Everybody just needs to behave themselves.
Yeah, well, that's a different story.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna head off of here. It was nice talking to y'all.
All right, brother.
So y'all take it easy. I'll probably see you next Wednesday.
Yeah, thanks for coming on, man.
Hey, no problem.
All right, later, Chipper.
Later.
Hey, I'm out too, brother.
All right, my brother.
I appreciate you everything, helping him out, man.
No problem.
You know,
As a
he's
matter
a
of fact, my
good
wife
dude.
and I were like, we haven't seen PA Biker in a while. Hope he's all right. I was going to send you a message because I haven't seen you in a while. I was like, I wonder where he's been.
Yeah, I had an EEG done, a home study.
Yeah.
So I didn't feel like going on anything with wires stuck to my head and whatnot. So I just been kind of chilling and you know. But now I'm back up and
everything
running.
comes out okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it will. You know,
good.
Just stuff they want to do yearly. You know, That's what happens when you have a stroke. They want every test in the freaking uncle to be done yearly.
Yeah, well, they want to make sure that the ticker's still ticking.
Yeah.
You know, and all the veins and arteries are flowing.
Yep. I don't want my wife coming in here and finding me stiff or something.
Good night, Evil Rick. Thanks for coming by.
Good night, Evil. But all right, tell the missus we said hello, and we'll talk to you next week, or I'll talk to you on Sunday.
Yep. Good night, DDK.
Good night, DDK.
So, well, guys, the link is still here. If anybody wants to jump on, feel free. I'll probably go for another half hour or so. If someone jumps on, if not, then I'll probably end this here quite shortly. So I thought tonight was great having Eric and Tanya on.
Very good.
VPCustoms. I'm a big fan of their page. They're a lot of fun to hang around with, a lot of fun to talk to, as everybody learned tonight. A lot of love, respect to those two. They do a great job with their videos. They're hilarious. You know, I'm not a funny guy, but they're funny. So I know what funny is. I'm just not one of them. So there you go. All right, guys. Dad went through that for years. I'm sorry to hear that, buddy. And, you know, anybody else wants to come on, man, here's the link. Come on in. Join the fun and the madness. What's left of it. Love to have you. And if not, then, you know, we'll end this tonight and go from there. So, oh, yeah, I was in stitches all night, though. I don't know about you guys. Were you guys laughing as hard as I was? At times, I know I was. I mean, God, Eric and Tanya are hilarious. Good people. Hey, Gremlin.
How's it going, bud?
Biker like myself. What's up, bro?
Not much. Just going through the motions.
I hear you. Woke
Had a
up
good
this
day.
morning, took a breath, checked your pulse, and says, "Okay, it's a good start of the day."
Yeah, man. Tell you what, it's like you're on auto drive until you get that caffeine in you, and then finally get the manual. It's almost lunchtime.
Yeah, right on.
I find like I'm more wide awake at 4 a.m. than I am at 9 a.m. unless I stay up. But no, I got a good day of riding in today. It was about 80 degrees, sunny, very little wind. I'm out there checking, the new adds to the bike, see how that handles in wind and different things like that. Because I've never had a Batwing, so I've always been old school, no turn signals. Well, some states you have to have rear turn signals, and I throw those on there. But I watch you guys with these electrical stuff, and that's sort of my forte. Even though I may not know what the bike has going on, I've got the aptitude to figure it out. I just always have been. And it's just, my brain works that way. So
you got the kill switch, you got the start switch, you got the main ignition switch, and then you got the circuit breaker, which goes down to start a relay.
Yeah. And, there's certain circles that you can kind of work out in your mind if you're familiar with them, kind of like different, avenues of electricity is going in. And that, different configurations, like nowadays, compared to the older, let's say, cars and stereos, you should be able to just wire them straight up and just go with it. Now they've got the stereo going through the lighting systems and everything else, and you've got to get those adapters. If not, you're just in a world of time and effort. But I actually fixed a Triumph problem, a grounding problem in my sleep in a dream. I had taken the bike apart, and on a previous one, I told you I could take that 500 Triumph apart and have engine out and everything off of it in about 4.5 hours.
Oh, right on.
Okay. Because it was just set up that way. I built it. I knew what it needed, and I, kept it basic. So anyway, I put it all back together and it won't start. I'm like, man, what the hell's going on here? I started before I shut it down. So spent all day, just dealing with the bike as a whole, then went through the electrical, and it's still not working. It's not firing. So I go to bed, finally I give up. And in my sleep, I'm dreaming about it. And I get up the next day and I'm like, well, maybe I'll just go look for the hell of it. So go down there, and sure enough, how the coils sit down under the tank on a Triumph, both those coils, well, one of those little tabs was hitting the frame. There it was. Yeah. So, hey, I just thanked, the dream gods for that one. I don't know who you thank, but
you're subconscious, because you were racking your brains over it. You were target fixated on why isn't this working, and then when you're asleep, your brain is working the problem, and then it gave you an idea.
Well, it's not so much affected by outer sources. You're not sidetracked by all these interruptions in your brain either.
Yep.
You can focus. A lot of times when I'm working on electricals and stuff, a lot of people come up to me and they're like, "Why are you so angry?" I'm not angry, and I'm just focused. I'm just concentrating because, not only, now listen to this. If I'm going back up to Maryland in May, I think. Okay. A friend of mine's getting married. I'm actually going out south of Carlisle, really south of Martinsburg, West Virginia, off 81 in an area called Bunker Hill. And I've got a storage facility up there that I've had for like 13 years. So I'm going to go take care of that and hit a wedding. But I've got, if I can find them, I've got all the wiring diagrams for Harleys and Triumphs from like 1930 something on up. I found a book of these things and I went crazy with a copy machine.
Wow.
So, and I've got a folder probably about that thick.
Wow.
A manila folder full of wiring diagrams. So, I went to school for electronics. My father was in, I was around electronics. He taught electronics at the Naval Academy. He's at the Pentagon. He was in charge of all electrical systems that the Marine Corps was thinking about buying. His group were the ones that were checking out the LEVP programs, the hovercrafts. So I've been around it all my life. So it's kind of natural that my brother is ex-Navy. He's the one I'm staying with. He's got a gold wing trike, and he's down there in Daytona. And that's who I'll be staying with while I'm down there. Cause I'm going to
Nice.
stay, I'm going to get down there probably, about the 28th or the 1st, and maybe chill a little bit for a day or two with my brother, and I'll stay down there. And then another friend of mine contacted me today, and they're staying in DeLand, and that's probably about 4 or 5 knuckleheads out of Maryland, and one's coming up from Cocoa that is an ex-Maryland knucklehead. So now he's a Cocoa knucklehead, I guess.
There you
I
go.
don't know. But I got to meet all them, and then plus, I want to hit that bike burning. I want to catch up with you guys over there at Cackleberry, because I'm not that far from there. I can come straight on out of Daytona and pretty much come right into the Cackleberry area, where I'd come across the intersection and everything's to the right and left after the intersection.
Okay, I've never been there before, so
yeah, I'm not. Oh, okay, gotcha. Well, there's an intersection right there, yeah, and you'll know the one because where the roads come up with where you'll be camping is pretty much off that road, or one of them.
Okay.
Within that intersection, out a little bit. Where I'll be coming up from, if you look at your maps, you'll see there's like a smaller racetrack going south, and that's I go past that, and there's a gas station right at that intersection. I think if you make a left out of, if you go down from that area and get that far to that smaller, I think you can make a left and hit 95 as well. I'm not sure. I haven't had to try that yet. I just come up 4, and normally I don't go downtown either. I've been going to Daytona off and on since the 80s, and I just don't like the headache.
Yeah.
I can see why,
certain there party during the day for a couple hours, but after that, I'm done. Because
I've just seen be out there at Boot Hill or Broken Spoke or across the street. When I was down there for Biketoberfest, I forget what the name of the place was, but it was pretty much just going south on one, coming from 95. It was on the right-hand side, a little bit past the Broken Spoke. I never caught the name of it, but is that what it is? Okay, maybe. It probably was, where it's got the big horseshoe that you can ride through and come back out, and they've got the band stage right there. ZZ Top was playing.
Oh,
okay. And then I actually met Chris Rock, or Kid Rock, or whatever his name was, Kid Rock. That was pretty casual. So we split from there, but then to me, I think I can have more fun on the outskirts playing around, like hitting those kind of places. I want to hit the bike burn, the burning bike, or whatever they want to call it, instead of Burning Man. I want to hit that in DeLand, and then I want to get the meet and greet for everybody, and then I want to see that chopper. I want to see Monkey's chopper. I want to see that paint job. I want to see that paint job because my if you saw the picture of my 500 Triumph, I did a root beer brown with a scallop, like a Hawaiian yellow, and it scalloped the bay. I had a regular kind of a Mustang style Sportster tank. It wasn't a Mustang, it wasn't higher, but it was basically a stock Sportster tank at the time, and that was scalloped along the bottom, kind of just, and then all the way down the frame, and then in the area where the electric box was for the battery eliminator stuff. And but it's a nice color, because that Hawaiian yellow, if it's not so like yellow, basically banana, it's not the banana yellow, it blends nicely, but it accents, with a small glitter. I'm not big on metal flake, but I like a glitter.
Yep.
But I'm still old school. I quit kind of getting out of the paints. Probably, I think House of Colors was just coming out.
Yeah.
So,
but I'm an ex. My meet and greet.
Huh?
Did you see when I got my meet and greet?
No.
It's going to be on the 7th.
Hold on. Let me write this down, and I'll put it with my other notes. On the 7th. Okay. Now, Sandman's getting me a. I think I mentioned that to you before. He's got an arm tag for Cackleberry and stuff for the whole week.
Oh, excellent.
So he's going to I think he's coming in on the 4th. And he's supposed to, we privately changed numbers. So he'll go ahead and call me when when he's settled in, and we'll make arrangements to get up with each other. But that's on the 4th. Well, I figure I'll give it to about the 5th or so. Settle in, no hurry. Let him. Because he's coming down he's probably about 6.5 hours from Daytona. He's probably about 3.5 hours further than I am.
Yep.
So okay, the 7th.
It's from 12 to 3.
12 to 3.
At
okay.
The pavilion at Destination Daytona.
Okay, I'll have to find out where that is.
If you go on my community tab on my YouTube channel, I actually put a map up there.
Oh, okay.
And it's really easy to find. There's a bar in there. There's girls selling, beers and shots and mixed drinks. I figured it's a good spot.
Cool. Yeah, I haven't had any alcohol since almost the end of last summer. About last summer.
Yep.
So I'm looking to have a shot with some friends here and there. Not too many, and maybe one with Monkey, and then
definitely doing some shots with Monkey over by his camp.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how I'd be able.
Last weekend.
I'm like, okay, I'll probably be hurting the next day. I say I'm going to refrain, but I'm not much of a whiskey drinker. I really don't like beer either. I've always been more like a Captain Morgan's. I like vodka and drink. But no, actually, what I'm looking for is some blueberry shine.
There you go.
A guy out of Kentucky turned me on to it. He was one of the owners of a communications company out of Tennessee. I think Tennessee or Kentucky, I forget now, but he was a Triumph guy. His whole family was constantly Triumphs, and he knew his stuff. That's how we became friends. And so I was at the house. He calls me up and says, "Where are you?" I said, "I'm at the house." He says, "How long could it take you to get to the Nextel site?" I'm like, "I don't know, 15, 20 minutes." He says, "Well, you better leave now, or the mailman's going to end up with that shine." I'm like, "Oh, hell yeah." And that was good. That was smooth. And then another friend of mine was getting some south of Richmond. It was really smooth. I'm telling you, this guy who's so smooth that I told him, I said, "You're getting ripped off." It almost tastes like you had pure grain and peach schnapps mixed together.
Wow.
So I even did I even tried a test. I said, "Watch this." I said, "They won't even know." I played around with it, and I took some mason jars and I put 3 parts pure grain. No, 3 parts peach schnapps, 1 part pure grain, stuck it in the freezer, left it there for about 3 months. Didn't say anything. I didn't tell anybody what it was. They're all over where I had stashed over a friend of mine's pole barn. And I just took it out of the freezer, handed it to them. They're like, "Wow, man, good stuff, man." Like, see, I told you we're getting ripped off. He's just shaking his head, going, "Ah." He was laughing the whole time I was putting this concoction together.
One of my favorite things to do is buy a jar of maraschino cherries.
Oh, I love those things. Christmas time, the green and red ones, man.
I drain them. I will drain them for 48 hours. So all the cherry juice is out. Then the last batch I made with vodka. And I'd fill the jar up with vodka.
Yeah.
And I'd let it sit for a day or two. Then I top it off, let it sit for a day or two because it gets absorbed into the cherries.
Mm-hmm.
And then once it's full, I write the date on it and I stick it in the back of the fridge. And then I come back a year later, pull it out, and now I call them cherry bombs.
Oh yeah, I can see that. Mine never really lasted that long. I was making homemade Kahlua. I was making homemade Kahlua. Yeah, but you have to understand. Go ahead.
The little hit the floor, so everybody else eating them.
Yeah, we caught some kids in ours for the last 20 some years. Now we quit doing it now that we're older, but for about 20 some years, we threw a pig roast every Labor Day weekend, and that was kind of like a bunch of close friends for kind of like a reunion. We're all busy through the year, and we'd always made plans. That's when we got together. And my parents had like 15 acres along the North Fork of the Shenandoah River. So, that's where we'd hold it down in there. It's down in like a deep ravine, and they had the county fair not too far from there. So it's making so much noise. They're not hearing us, because we were pretty loud.
Right, honey.
I can't see anybody's unless I go to my other computer and bring that up. I'm not worried about it. But no, but as far as down there at Daytona, I haven't been down except for bike week. I haven't been down there since the 80s. Now Myrtle Beach, I started out in 75 and went probably 13, 14 years in a row. Yep. And I know what you mean, but I've been there. Now it used to be down across from the pavilion almost at the dirt airstrip back in the 70s. I know. Then it got moved up to North Myrtle Beach, and you make a left. I'm going north on 17 coming out of Myrtle Beach. You go across the bridge on North Myrtle Beach, and then you make a left like you're going to Conway. And if you went down about 8 or 9 miles on the right, there was a like a quarter-mile drag strip, and there was they would hold a lot of the vendors there then.
Yep. Nope.
And is that bars
up by North Myrtle Harley Davidson?
Yeah.
Also at Harley's Roadhouse there in North Myrtle.
Right.
And down at Myrtle's Inlet where they have Suck Bang Blow,
right.
The Beaver Bar is down there, and it's in those areas of Myrtle Beach.
Okay.
But,
yeah, I mean, I haven't been there in quite a while.
For 5 years in a row to the spring and fall bike weeks. And, you know, when you go to that many bike weeks in a row, you know, the same place, it's like going to Disneyland twice a year for 5 years.
Well, that's why I brought it up, because I was listening to you earlier when you brought that up. And I have to agree. Now, in my case, I was going long enough to where at least it changed spots and, you know, you could do that. But it's still, you know, there's not really, I mean, at the time I was either stationed in Charleston or I was living up in Wilmington. So it was a nice 2.5 hour cruise either way. And, you know, it's no big deal. Now I can get to Charleston from here. I've been to Charleston doing cell sites. I figured out how to speak the language and figured out how to get a job doing that, but I didn't care for it because I don't like being on call. I
don't blame you.
You know, if I want to have a drink, I don't want to have a drink. I don't want to have somebody, you know, and then I got to drive 60 miles somewhere to deal with something.
Yep.
That's somebody else's gig.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to all the events I got coming up. You know.
Yeah. Hey, listen, I got a quick question for you. Since I'm still learning these newer engines and these configurations because I'm old school shovel heads and stuff. So I've got the 103 in the you know, Fat Boy. Now, what would be the cheapest, or not the cheapest, but the best start, just the stage one? How do I determine what I actually have in there? I mean, I bought this from somebody, so I have no way to know what condition it's in, what it, you know, what's the best way other than, I guess, dig into it.
Yeah. I mean, to find out what cam you have into it, you have to pull the cam out.
Right. And I'm not set up for that, you know, and or even what's this with the cutting the push rods now? I mean, because I remember when they went from solid lifters to hydraulic lifters, and I used to pull those things out like they were nothing, you know.
Now you can't do that. So if you don't pull the rocker box off and the rocker arms off and pull out the push rods,
right?
A lot of places, if you're putting in adjustables, they'll take bolt cutters and cut them just so they're not taking apart the rocker boxes.
Gotcha. Okay. So it just saves us a long step.
Yeah.
Several steps. Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah. But you know what? To me, if I'm putting a stage 2 on a bike with any sort of mileage, I want to pull that rocker box apart. And I want to take a look at those breathers.
Yeah. And just look at just everything, actually. You know, I mean, that way you know. So, I mean, basically
wearing on the top of the valves and
okay, so basically I would need to determine the cam, and then I guess carburation on some level, fuel injection and air cleaner, and then I decided whether or not my pipes
fuel injection most likely.
Well, I heard these 103 engines are supposed to be pretty good engines. I mean, I just from different readings.
They are. They're a decent engine. You know, they're pretty much bulletproof.
Good, because I've only got 7,600 miles on this thing so far, and
Yeah.
it's a 2012, and that's total mileage.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I figure it's not too beat up. It was garage kept. It was an ex-cop, and he was a motorcycle cop, but he was up in Raleigh or somewhere, and he ended up getting shot, and so he wanted to go to a different style bike, I guess, which worked for his leg, and because he lost part of it. I don't know if he had to go early model or just a bigger bike or trike or something. I don't know the guy, but he gave me a good deal, and I'm happy. But I'm still learning about this bike. I've got the manual that comes with the bike. My next thing is getting a shop manual. But it's like when he was talking about the electric.
You're on Facebook, right?
Yeah.
Well, if you go to the PDF Harley Davidson manual shop, I'll get you exact name for it.
Okay.
Hold on. It's Harley PDF manual trade and share. There is a ton, and I mean a ton of PDF manuals already on there that are free. And then
okay. How are the pictures on there? How are the pictures? Because I know most manuals suck to start with.
Well, there are Harley manuals that are scanned in, so
yeah,
it is.
Okay.
Daniel, the best way to get a little more juice out of your 09 is stage 2, man. That's the
12.
best way. You're going to get the most bang for your buck. I mean, stage 1, you'll get a little bit more, but not much more for the dollar per horsepower. But when you go to a stage 2, it's a lot more cost effective. It's a lot more labor intensive.
So I was pretty much skip stage 1, but I mean, it's all sort of incorporated. But
yeah,
you go into stage 2 pretty much right off the bat and not worry about it.
Yep.
What would be the? I mean, obviously, depending on what parts you buy and the cost involved with that, what would be an average without let's say not changing the exhaust pipe yet?
Well, that's
you have to because
the catalytic converter. It's a choke point.
Okay.
So you're looking at least $3,000 to $4,000 in parts.
I've spent that much in labor just to get the bike ready for this year. I'm like, holy cow! I need a shop. I'm not set up down here. I'm pretty much I'm staying with the girlfriend, and she doesn't and there's nothing here, so there's no place for me to do it.
So, I mean, really, Daniel, that is the most cost effective way to get the most out of most power out of your bike is stage 2. It's a head pipe, mufflers, air cleaner, cams, push rods, lifters, the cam plate, oil pump, and you might as well spend the money. It's only a few $100. Get the variable rate pressure plate.
Right. I've heard about those.
This way you're not burning through your clutch, and it's cheaper than buying a high performance clutch.
Okay.
It doesn't have the stock exhaust as Bassani. Okay. So, that'll save you about $1,000. So you're right around 1,500 to 2,000, depending on which parts you pick.
I may get up with you in the future about that, because I know I'm, fairly ignorant. I'm intelligent to know how ignorant I am. So some of these questions I ask you, I understand motorcycles, and that I sort of know what I'm talking about, just that I just don't know this newer stuff. So I'm throwing a bunch of stuff out there. It amazes me how you guys know all these bikes and the things that you've done, because when I was running, shovel heads and stuff, I wasn't interested in the old FLHs, because at the time I knew I couldn't touch the ground. They didn't make that stuff.
Yep.
For sure.
Daniel, what tuner do you have? Because you might have to replace your tuner. Because some tuners like the Vance Hines Fuel Pack 3 is only good for stage 1.
You also have to be careful. I've been reading there's a lot of issues with these tuners, right?
No, the issue is that they're going to become more and more scarce.
Okay, because I thought there was I was watching somebody and they were saying something about certain legal things. In other words, if you were going to go and have it tuned a certain way, you actually had to have it on a truck, drive it in, have it done, and then drive off. It could not be ridden into the place or some kind of law like that. It was crazy.
Where I am, that's not an issue.
Right.
So no tuner. So you're going to need to get a tuner. So that's another additional cost.
Or know somebody that has one that will work on yours.
Because
it's set up for your bike particularly.
Yeah, they write to the ECU and ECU writes to them.
Okay, typical.
Yep. So it's a one-time use. I have a Fitz and Heinz Fuel Pack 3 I paid $3.99 for that I can't use anymore because I used it once on my lowrider S. And then when I went to stage 2, I actually had to upgrade the tuner, which I should have done that tuner right from the get-go, which was at that time was another $459. I looked at them today they're like $599 for the same tuner because of the
That's still not that bad for what you're getting out of it though. But now you can reuse. Now let's say you're not gonna let's say you mess something up and you haven't upgraded the bike. Essentially, you can still reuse the tuner on the same bike for the same reason. Yeah. So I mean, you still have a backup plan if necessary.
Yep. And
gotcha.
The tuner that I have, I could buy up to 3 more licenses and use it on 3 more bikes.
Now, is it bike selective? In other words, okay, so one any particular kind of tuner can be used on any particular kind of bike. It's not.
Well, it's for Harley. And
it's that's a given. I understand that.
14 and newer Harleys, I can use it on. 14 to 17. I have to get a different cable connector for it for the M8s. What's up, Upstate? Welcome. Probably. Yeah, no problem, buddy. Have a good night.
All right, have a good one.
So yeah, I mean, the EPA is getting really stupid.
That's what I'm hearing. Hey, I'm probably reading an article out of California anyway.
Well, it all comes out of California. When California starts, everybody follows.
God, man. Well, I'll tell you what, I don't have boots deep enough for that. You know, I'm only so tall.
When I was reading that aftermarket tuners are soon to be outlawed by the EPA or the sale of them.
Something like that, right? Yeah, I think I was reading that too.
I'm sitting there going, what is wrong with you people?
I don't know, man. I mean, common sense.
At the beginning of automobiles, guys have been wrenching on cars and bikes and making them faster. And comes the, in the 80s.
Hey, we invented the wheel so we could have this stuff.
Right. What happened to free America so we could freely do it?
Oh, man, don't get me started. Oh, don't get me started. That's crazy. I mean,
yeah.
Anybody that looks at the whole picture actually realizes. And what's interesting is I'm an ex-printer too. I've got close to 20 years in printing, as well as electronics and other things that I've done. But I printed the G3 Summit when I'm from Maryland originally. So, I was up in Rockville, Maryland, and we were doing that. So we printed every day their pamphlets. We printed them at night, so they'd be ready for them in the morning for their daily, get-togethers wherever they were getting together in DC.
Each other for being masters of the universe.
Well, one of the things was the crypto, and another thing at this printing company also, that was the first hydrogen engine.
Mm-hmm.
That was interesting. And a guy in Sweden or someplace invented it. And we were doing it for the government printing office. And that engine would work. I had about 3 other guys that were car nuts and stuff like that. We're looking at this engine going, okay, yeah, right.
Well, Mazda had a hydrogen car. They put a hydrogen engine in a Mazda RX-8.
Oh, hell yeah.
2008. And it actually drove. It worked and, got unbelievable miles per gallon of water to make the hydrogen. The problem was big oil fought it and shut it down because
right. And because of that, it's so expensive to convert hydrogen into it. But from what, if I'm not mistaken, this guy's engine, and I'm thinking way back to, around 70s, early 80s maybe, but I think it was a sealed unit. You put so much hydrogen into it, and then it just worked from there until eventually, I guess, didn't work anymore. I don't know. I mean, I don't remember how they operated now.
You got to remember, back in the 80s, big oil was funding, election campaigns and all that, and now they're all like, no, we can't have oil. Oil bad. Let's put these big gaping holes in the ground to, mine this lithium. But that's okay for the planet, but not drilling.
Yeah, right. I just don't understand that whole thing with the battery setup to start with. I mean, and then who holds most of the stuff? China. Okay. And then, you've got third world countries that are going to be devastated because of the pollution that these mining operations are going to use for the manufacture of these batteries. And it's like crazy. And then not to mention
diesel engines.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. And like, you hear these rumors on all over the place. Oh, Harley's going strictly electric, Well, they might eventually, maybe everybody. But
Harley spun Livewire off into its own division like Buell was.
Yep. That's where I was going with this. Yeah, you're right. But
if Harley was going all electric, they would have kept the Livewire, badged them to Harley Davidson instead of having its own subsidiary.
Yep. Yeah. Man, it's getting so crazy, and then you're trying to figure out what's really going on. That's even harder to do, other than just keeping your eyes open and paying attention.
Because they got you focused on these little things that they don't plan on fixing or working on, but they're mentioning it. And when you sit there and you vote on it to pass this, little thing in that bill is this larger thing that nobody talked about.
Right. Yes, pork.
Politics in general. How to get
it's bait and switch, the shell game, all of the above. It's like, I don't know. I'm from the DC area, and I've got mixed emotions. I've seen it from both sides of the fence. My mom, this was after my parents were divorced, but my dad was diehard Republican, being, Marine Corps, that kind of. My mom was old Baltimorean family. And when we were out in the Shenandoah Valley, out that way in Woodstock, she was president of the Women's Democratic Society. And so I've heard both. And she hated Trump. And she's like Mensa, the whole bit. She passed, and then her boyfriend was Mensa, and he's very intelligent, and he hated Trump too. But I was up in the area dealing with my mom and dealing with, her passing and stuff. And he finally said something. He says, "You know what? I don't like Trump, but the numbers don't lie." And the fact that he's the only one that showed up so far at the train wreck.
Yep.
I mean, whether he did it out of
Biden was too busy going to Ukraine. Deal with that's not our problem.
And I don't know what's Buttigieg or whatever his name is. I don't know what the hell he's got going on, but it's I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know how these people I don't know how these people are in office to start with, other than it's it's not because they're qualified. It's race identity or some identity politics. And that's crazy. That's a good way to really shut this down. And then they go, well, they're not learning anything. Well, hello. And the teachers think they know better, but yet what happened? Okay. First thing they did was no kid left behind. Okay. So now they know that they're going to keep passing. Well, they can't make the metrics, so we'll just lower the metrics.
Yep.
Okay.
And everybody wins. Everybody gets
then they teach them that they can snitch on their parents and call whatever it is, social services or whatever on their parents if they think they're being abused or something, And so now they're changing. They've already started changing it from the parents are just wards. They're just wards of the state.
Yep.
They're allowed to raise those kids so that the country has the government can account for certain taxes, certain things. They keep track of the births and the deaths and stuff on a lot of levels. And when you go and these people get in here and they start doing this stuff, it's like, how do you justify? It's like the gun laws. How do you justify this crazy ass thing? Oh, guns are bad. Well, I left my shotgun on the porch for 4 days and nobody got harmed.
I'm going to interrupt you right here. Give me a minute. I want to answer Upstate Rider's question. I have ridden the Livewire. They run pretty good. It's a DC motor, so they're pretty torquey. So yes, they are very quick. However, when I got on it, there was 3/4 of a charge, and it said 75 miles remaining. So you're basically going to get about 100 miles of riding before you need to charge it. They're not very comfortable. They're not.
How's it do in the winter?
What's that?
And a little bit colder weather.
Yeah.
Does it shorten the time frame?
Yep. And they're not made for long distance riding. And, you know, I wouldn't buy them.
Well, see, I know batteries and gel cells pretty good being in telecommunications. Okay, because that's what they use for backup at central offices. They use it for backup. You know, if power goes down, that allows time for the big generators to kick in, or they also do it for rectification from switching from AC to DC, because all these places use. I'm used to working 800 amp DC power, not milliamps, amps, to where, you know, there's a place across from the Pentagon that I've gone to that, I mean, it'll stand everybody's hair straight up. You're hollering. They got 3 1/4-inch plates of copper, number 1 copper, and it's stacked 4 high, 5 high, and all you hear is a buzz and the electromagnet. These young kids, man, at night they get funny because it starts messing with their head. You know, those of us that survived the 70s, we just get off on it, but they think the place is haunted. You know, so we just sit there and play with them. But yeah, it's serious power, man. It's serious stuff. And so I've taken what I knew from Triumphs and working in an electrical automotive shop with MGs and Spitfires, made it easy for me to switch over to understanding, you know, what telecom was doing.
Yep.
So,
Well,
I mean, I hate those Lucas electrical systems, though. God.
Lucas wire smoke.
God, man. I mean, you know, I can understand a direct current, and why, but then again, you have to ask why.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. When you got a transfer, you know, that came with a hammer in your toolkit, and they always told you that's so you could take the spinners off the wheel so you could remove the wheel. No, that was so you keep it inside your car, and whenever your car started to die out, you hit the fuel tank by the fuel pump to give it a jump start and keep driving. Yep.
I've worked on a lot of electrical systems on a lot of different cars, you know, in the late 70s, early 80s, and I mean, I've learned some crazy ass, like, I don't know, man. I'd say one of the strangest things I ever had to do was change out a starter on what was it? It was one of those cheap. It wasn't a Vega. It was more like 82 2-ish. It's one of those. I'll think of it here in a minute. But it took me close to 6 hours the first try. I mean, because you had no room to get to this starter. You had to put it on a lift it up, get 1 bolt out, put it back down, come in from the manifold, come in, hit the top bolt, get that off. Then you had to drop it down and start your ignition bolt, wires and all that stuff to get that out. Then you had to take the master cylinder off and work it back up and out again.
Yeah.
That was a nightmare. I'm like,
it's better than some of the not so old cars where the starter was underneath the intake manifold.
Oh yeah. I've seen it. I mean, they still have them. They still have a couple. Now I've got a friend of mine, and he does a blog too. But I grew up with him, and he works on Rolls Royces, and he's got one hell of a shop. I mean, he's got a nice shop. He fabricates and does all kinds. He's
because you're not getting parts.
Yeah, no, that's just it. And he's gone to the he's been invited to the the museum somewhere around, I guess, the Northeast somewhere, and he's gone in and talked to people that really know stuff. So he's learning a lot, but he does really good work, and it's good to see friends that are doing well. I went to it's interesting. I went to school with Kathy Lee, Paul Reed Smith, PRS Guitars.
Yeah.
Over there. I mean, all these guys are all friends. The Duffys, Duffy Jr., Pastranas. I know all these people. Just DC is kind of like that magnet. If you grew up in the area, it's kind of easy to know these people. Helen Cronkite used to come down and visit my mom. She was crazy. I'd come in on a motorcycle, be staying up in the mountains on the weekend, and I'd have my, it's like the guest room down in the basement. They'd be down there drunk on the player piano. They got guests over there all dancing drunk. Rick's home. No. I get into the door, bedroom, lock the door. Get away from me, old people.
All right, Bremen. I'm
out of here too.
Over 3.5 hours. I'm gonna.
Yeah, I've been here. Everybody. All right. Good night, Chet.
Yep.
Good night, everybody.
Yep. Thank you, everybody, for coming on. Thank you for everybody who was in the side chat. Thank you for everybody who was just lurking in the background for coming on. I really appreciate it. Everybody.
See you next week, or if not, the week after.
Sunday. It's on some 2023 models I got to see up at Yankee Harley Davidson. And next Sunday, I'll drop a video about the 131 and its surgery.
Cool.
And, and then there'll be videos of me all down in Daytona. So watch those, and then the live of the motor swap after Daytona.
Good deal.
All right.
Well, I'm definitely going to try to catch up with you in Daytona. I mean, there's no reason why I can't. There's no reason why I can't. All right, Earthlings, take care. Peace out.
Yep. So everybody, as always, live the best life you can, ride often, and ride hard.